Most wins this season are divided by two people, Kevin Harvick and Denny Hamlin. So we're at Kentucky for 400 miles here today. The next race coming up is this Wednesday, July 15th, is at Bristol Motor Speedway. It's the NASCAR All-Star Open. Then Sunday, we're at Texas Motor Speedway for 501 miles, 334 laps for the O'Reilly Auto Parts 500. Then July 23rd, Thursday, everyone, the Kansas 400 at Kansas Speedway, 400 miles, 267 laps. Once again, that's July 23rd, a Thursday. So there you go. You don't have to look up any of that because I did it for you. The countdown to green is almost over. What's up, Paul Grady, Ethan Gaiman? How you doing out there? We're going to join Discord chat. Let's hope it isn't squeaking too damn hard. Here we go.
Same ones for years and years.
What's up, everyone? Blake, Joe with a T, Kirby, PA, Tyler. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Hi, Anthony. What do you think of the IndyCar race today?
I watched some of it while I could.
It was great.
How about the one yesterday?
Yeah, the race. I was at the race yesterday. It flew by, but we're about to go green here. Hopefully everyone's ready. You guys got food? You guys ate
already
anything?
ate.
Let's go.
I don't need to eat anything.
Boogity, boogity, boogity! Ooh, let's go racing today,
Joey
boys!
Logano starting off on the pole, or does Kyle Busch officially have it?
Kyle,
That is like a riced out Civic right there. That thing, I meant Camry. That thing looks like it's from like 2002.
The closer starting third, fourth starting is the 10, Eric Almirola with the new paint scheme this weekend. The 2 also
I'm just waiting for the neon lights on the cars this week.
Is that Alex Bowman with the new paint scheme, the C1?
the Cincinnati scheme, he's had that.
Whoa, Kevin Harvick sliding up off of 4, right in front of Chase Elliott.
Has the race started for you guys yet, or
Yeah,
no?
we're on lap 2 right now.
Just started for me.
I'm not even on lap 1 yet.
What? I'm on lap 2.
It's just.
I'm streaming it online. It's on a Roku app.
Yeah,
and now it's fucking.
It's just about to start for me.
Yeah, the scanner's messing up on the website. We're gonna listen to the officials.
And the green flag is out in Kentucky.
Wow, yeah, you guys are way behind. I'm sorry if I'm spoiling.
Hey, it's pretty cool that Crafton, though, finished third yesterday in the truck race.
Yeah, I think Ty Majeski finished 17th. I think I seen somebody post something like that.
Oh god, I can't even see this. My TV is blurry now. It's not my eyes or anything, it's just my internet.
Kyle Busch, hopefully he doesn't check out. Hopefully these guys can stay with him.
What
So
if he gets
someone said
wrecked
there was
going
gonna
through
be a
turn
first
2
lap
on the
crash. Well,
15th
that did
lap?
not happen.
Do we got a competition yellow?
About 20 or 25.
10-4.
Why do
Yeah,
we
it looks
always
like-
get competition cautions when we don't need them? Those things don't need to exist. If you need to make an adjustment, make it on your first pit stop.
I'll be
Don't have
joining-
to have a competition caution. Also, stages are pretty dumb too.
Yeah, it looks like they didn't let any fans in.
Yeah, Harvick's dropping here.
Jesus Christ, I might as well just go watch
Hey,
this on my
Anthony,
phone.
I'm gonna put picks are closed. On,
Oh yeah,
on the,
do it. Yeah, I'll help you out too. Totally forgot. There you go. Thank you. I totally forgot, man.
I got you, bud.
There's nothing going on the official scanner right now. Who should we listen to? Alex Bowman?
Just put it on Boyer. He's always entertaining.
Oh, can you guys all hear that? I'm sorry if you can. The
Yeah.
scanner?
Yeah,
I
that's cool.
heard it.
I got my phone rubber band to my microphone right now because the website isn't working. Everybody who paid over $100 for NASCAR scanner, you all got robbed, just like me. All season it's been this.
$100. It used to be $20 a year.
No, I think it's over $100 or something like that.
I haven't bought it since 17 or 18. 18 was the last time I got it.
Right. I think I paid like, I forgot how much Race View was now. Damn it. But I love that service.
Hey, lights down there, Greg. You shot the last 3 bottom, 1 and 2.
This is Alex Bowman.
I'm not even paying for the scanner.
Right, dishonorable shout out to Christopher Bell, P34 right now. Cole Custer also way back there, 29.
Job on the start there. Nice job.
William Byron and Jimmy Johnson in 20th and 21st.
I think Ricky Stenhouse is going to cause a wreck today.
I don't know. I'd like to see some tempers get flared here, though. Why not?
Deja vu.
Oh, Eric's trying to make a move.
Yeah, we're all in the Discord voice chat.
Right, guys can make moves to the bottom of 1 and 2, but 3 and 4.
I'm a road closing into a Kyle.
You just saw it ahead of you.
Anybody else excited to see Brent Keselowski not
Yeah,
in the
it's
2
the light
car
race.
anymore?
So you think he's for sure out of the 2?
I hope so.
I think he's too good to let go, but you never know. Maybe Penske will do like what Hendrick's doing, pay these guys peanuts to drive his race cars, you know? I don't know. I would seriously keep Keselowski if I was Penske. I mean,
Wants
sure, he
Blaney
doesn't
in the
have
2.
fans, but at least he's a good driver.
Yeah.
It's real tough right now. Can't really feel the front, but I feel like the back's floating a little bit too. Just don't like have a good idea of what it's doing. Steering wheel's real tight.
That
You
was
should put it on
P5
Eric or
talk.
Kyle Busch.
All right,
Wait,
the guys
what
up
did
front,
he
though,
say?
they don't talk like this.
Well, when they're racing each other.
Well, yeah, but okay, we'll go to
Oh geez, see
Look at the
who's
battle
this?
between Amarola and Kyle.
And then there's a battle. And then there's a battle between Johnson and Busher.
Truex
And now
is
Blaney's
third.
coming in.
I just want to see Kyle Busch get dumped. I'm watching the race. And there's a tight battle between Amarola and Kyle Busch.
Anybody else fans? I need to be watching where they're running.
Like, I wanna see
It must be early in the race because Stenhouse is in the top.
Joey is running. He went back to 4th.
yeah, man, like
11.
NASCAR's leaderboard is completely messed up today.
Oh really?
Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry about that.
This sucks. I'm sorry, everyone out there watching.
Hey, why don't they run more daytime races at Kentucky?
Don't know.
What are you talking about?
I like the night races better.
And now they're gonna get even better with neon lights under the cars.
Oh,
Yeah,
that is
yeah,
gonna
that's
be so
true.
cool. You can only see
And
them
that,
from the
you know,
rear end
they
because
might
the cars are
actually
so
run those
low.
all next year. I heard they might be running those next year. I guess if people really like them, they might run them. And I will totally love the sponsorship thing that they're doing. Where like they're moving the numbers back.
How long will that gimmick last, though, until all of a sudden they're like, oh, we got pieces of underglow falling out?
Dude, I know my brother had a car that had it on there, and he managed to keep it on there for like 7 years. He
Damn.
kept it under there for like 7 years. Only using zip ties and duct tape.
Is that fucking Vin Diesel? Sorry for swearing, everyone.
Shit! Language.
Yeah, well, he just used some zip ties and duct tape. And it kept it up there for 7 years. He only had to replace the duct tape one time.
Sounds like he was a big fan of the Fast and Furious movies.
No, he's actually never seen it. He just saw a bunch of kids in school doing it, so he decided just to shove them underneath his car. He had some inside too, but those ones broke.
Uh-oh, what's going on here? They're showing Joey Logano. We're back from commercial.
Hey, what
Logano
lap
and
you guys on,
Keselowski
by the
getting into
way?
each other? Just a little.
Hey, what lap you guys on?
I'm on lap 15.
Keselowski falling back.
I'm on.
I was already on lap 15. I'm on my phone now.
Drive over here like the other day.
And we're back.
Hey, if you hit the wall hard enough, I hear those neon lights will just fall right out. But yeah, my brother had them for like
Lap
7 years, but
17.
then he grew up and took them off.
Yeah,
I
lap
tell you, if
18.
it wasn't for Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski would be my least favorite. But I'm pretty sure I.
Well, the
like
only reason
Joey
why he
Logano.
had to take them off was because he was selling the cars, so he just took them off and then never put them back on any cars.
Wow, we had 4 wide there for a second.
Hey, Anthony, do you ever do that to your car? Put neon lights under it?
I think my Monte Carlo I did.
You had a Monte Carlo?
Yeah, it was a piece of shit, man.
What year?
2001 or 2002.
What?
My grandma had a 2001 that she kept running for 15 years, and it has no rust on it at all.
Is it one of those Dale Jr. edition ones?
No, it's a red and silver one. But
okay.
it has no rust on it.
Did she
But she
have
just sold it, so.
Did she have the surfboard spoiler or the pace car spoiler?
The surfboard spoiler.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no rust. Somehow managed to keep it unrusted.
When I bought that piece of crap, it had the surfboard spoiler on, but I put the pace car spoiler on it.
Why'd you put the pace car spoiler on it?
Because it looked more like a race car.
I'd keep the surfboard spoiler on it. I saw so you know they put LS1s in those later on in their life. Like towards the end of the thing, they put LS1s in them from the factory, so they had as much horsepower as a Corvette. And there's videos of people doing massive burnouts in those with the
Nice.
LS1s in them.
Yeah, the part I didn't like about it is it was front wheel drive.
A neighbor who I used to have had a LS1 powered one, but he ended up crashing it going 70 on the interstate. Somebody ran into the back of him and he lost control and crashed it, totaled it. But I mean, the thing was fast.
Hey, by the way, Eric Almirola is your race leader here. We're on lap 22 of 80.
Hey, if he gets
Hamlin and
his
Truex are way
third
back,
career
huh?
victory, I'm gonna be happy for the dude because he deserves another win.
My top three's not looking so good.
Why is this
I put
not
Mac
working?
Kenseth down as winning this, so I don't know if my pick's gonna be good or not.
Who should drive the 42 next year?
Matt Kenseth.
Nah. There's so many good young guys in Xfinity. Like,
Dude, young guys don't have to be driving race cars. They're just trying to keep the older dudes out because they don't want the older guys for some reason. Even though a race car driver can now run into the 50s.
I would like to see a watermelon.
How do you guys feel about NASCAR trying to ban political sponsorship?
Oh, I feel it's a great idea.
I mean, if people pay the money, they pay the money.
Yeah, I hear you. I feel
I'm
like
not in support of Trump or anything like that, but if they pay the money, then what do
Oh
you
yeah, where's Bubba? Where's Bubba running?
I have no clue. The thing I normally use to look up positions, it ain't working today. This thing sucks. NASCAR.com, fix your shit.
Hey, Alex Bowman's actually a really good driver. I never realized it until about last year when he won his first race.
I don't know. He's been struggling here since they returned. Or it seems like the first 3 races when they came back, he was like on fire. But now he's like.
How about Chase Elliott? He's been doing great.
He's another sinking log, I think.
Stink
But whatever, he's second.
They're not consistent.
Oh,
enough.
car got
Bowman
loose
and
on the
Elliott,
bottom,
they're
the
just
3
not
car.
consistent. They haven't learned the consistency.
Austin Dillon got loose. Here comes
Right.
Kurt Busch behind Ryan Blaney.
It's the same thing.
Oh,
with
we got
Blaney, too.
caution. Caution's out somewhere.
The young guys definitely.
Oh,
because of the
competition.
No practice and the no
Cop caution.
qualifying, the young guys definitely suffer, especially early on in these races. Like, look at Willie Byron.
That's why you need veterans around to teach them how the heck to do stuff.
When's the last time Willie Byron led a lap?
Last year, I think.
No, he led a couple of weeks ago, just like I think while pit stops were going on or something.
Yeah, right. But he wasn't like up battling.
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
lead.
Hey, I have to admit though, he is a
wa-
pretty
he
sucky
was
driver
running
who should
decent.
probably
I want to
drop
say
back
about 3
down to
weeks ago.
Xfinity. I
It's
feel like
because they
William
don't have
Byron
enough
should drop down to
experience. That's why Kevin
Xfinity.
Harvick's had a resurgence. Denny Hamlin's done so well. They know these tracks
So,
front and
yeah.
back. They can.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hate Denny Hamlin. I hate Denny Hamlin. I'm happy you wrecked last week.
Exactly, man. Like, you know, just like, whoa, what are all these trailers doing at this racetrack? You guys see all that?
I didn't see that.
Watch inside of 1 and 2. All you see is a bunch of like semi-trailers.
Yeah, also I was hoping Kevin Harvick was gonna wreck, but he never did, so yeah.
Very odd
Hey, that
to
was
see a
a-
bunch of trailers like
Oh,
they're
like
using it like a
storage,
parking lot or something.
They're like all storage bin things.
Yeah, why are they
Oh,
there?
yeah.
though?
I don't know.
My dad might have worked on some of those about a decade ago. He used to work for a company, but he quit.
Yeah, 10 years this track has been open now.
Right.
Actually, it's been open for like 20, but
yeah,
they
it
didn't
might have
start
been
running
longer,
it
right?
until 10 years ago.
It was
I think it's
Kansas
been open
and
for like
Chicago that
25 or
opened the
30.
same year.
Yeah.
I think it's
You
been.
went-
I
used to
think
go
this
to
thing's been
Chicago,
open
right?
for 30 years. I'm not sure.
I haven't been to Loudon. I used to go to Loudon every year.
Really? That's
haven't
cool.
Why is it called Loudon? It should be called New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
Or
Well,
it should
it's
be
in the
called the
town of
Milwaukee
Loudon.
Mile 2.
They should bring the Milwaukee Mile, Anthony. They should bring it into the Cup
They
Series.
should at least let the trucks run there, man. At least the trucks.
Where?
At the
IndyCar
Milwaukee
doesn't even
Mile.
run there anymore.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I wish they'd
IndyCar
go
used
back
to go there.
Nazareth, but I don't know what kind of shape that
Dude.
track is in.
It's a flat 1 mile oval in the middle of Milwaukee that's great.
You put.
I said Nazareth.
Oh, yeah. But you put Xfinity and Cup on Road America and put the trucks at Milwaukee all in one weekend.
There we go. Greatest idea in the world. Or you do a double header where one day you have Trucks Xfinity and Cup running Road America, and then you have Trucks Xfinity and Cup running then you swap the tracks the next day and have them run Milwaukee.
I will say, I was at the Xfinity race last year at Road America and then the IndyCar race yesterday. Xfinity had more fans there, but maybe this whole pandemic kept people home, you know?
But
I
I
would've
mean,
went to
Road
Pocono if it
America's a
wasn't for
great
the
track,
coronavirus.
though. I'm surprised Cup doesn't race there.
I was supposed to go to Charlotte this year for the 600 too,
Awesome.
but everything changed.
You know, they should. Why don't they run more IndyCar and NASCAR double headers? They should do more of those.
The Indianapolis race was a good doubleheader weekend.
Yeah, I'm just saying they should do more of them sometime.
Yeah, I know.
Like
So who's up-
Nashville's
double up-
coming to the
They
Cup
should double
schedule
up
next
the
year.
track
Bring that back to
on the same
IndyCar.
weekend more often.
Who's
I
all
wasn't a
watching,
fan of it when they said
go
it.
ahead.
But now I like it. Like imagine doing the Roval and then the next day is the 600.
But dude, where would you put in the Indy 500, dude?
Huh?
Hey, Will Power deserved those penalties that he got today because he purposely wrecked 2 guys for no reason and made one break the wall. So, Will Power deserved what he got.
Are you guys excited for Bristol, the All-Star race? I mean, finally not at Charlotte.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
they
should
rotate it every
should
year.
next year have the All-Star race at Daytona.
The underground.
The All-Star
Get more
race.
tracks to put lights on them.
I would
Hey,
like them to
I
change
heard
it
that-
every year. Because just think, you could have, like, take away both the Pocono races, but then make the All-Star race be at Pocono. You know? But I don't know who
Yeah.
owns these tracks, and I don't know how it all works.
I heard that by the end of next year they want to have lights at every track so they can run night racing. Imagine that road course race during the night. That'd be cool.
My least favorite
Nighttime
track is
road course
Homestead.
race.
What's your guys'?
Homestead?
Get
Let
rid
me
of
think,
Homestead,
let me
put
think.
Rockingham. Rid of Homestead, get Rockingham in there.
I
Replace
think my
Homestead with
uncle got
Rockingham.
COVID-19.
I got a personal grudge against New Hampshire just because it looks like the Milwaukee Mile, and it's kind of boring though. So
Hey, Anthony, it's a 1-1 replica. It's basically just a replica of the Milwaukee Mile placed in New Hampshire for no reason.
right.
It's not a replica. It's similar.
Yeah,
it's
it
not
is.
a replica.
Look up the Milwaukee Mile and then look up New Hampshire Motor Speedway. You'll basically see they're the exact same thing.
I have, but
They're the
Yeah,
exact same thing, bro.
I think they just wanted to race up over there. Maybe they should add a dog leg to New Hampshire or something. Or wait, the
Dude,
road course is
add
kind
a-
of already in the back part. But
Ma-
Yeah, the
make
road
it
course
make
is-
it like
the
a
road course is
4
just
mile
for
long
bikes. They
oval.
don't
There
really
you go.
race, big cars on the road course there.
I've seen them race those little carts on that road course, which
Yeah.
seems awesome.
You get some like the little ones, and the bikes do it, but
Right.
the big cars just stay in the oval.
I like how you go
Hey,
up that
Anthony,
hill right
I think
out
if
back.
NASCAR was ever going to come back to Milwaukee Mile, they'd have to add a bunch of banking to that, and I don't think they want to add a bunch of banking to it.
Yeah,
I'd be
just
okay
because
with
it's
just
kind of
one
historic.
race at New Hampshire instead of two.
Also, it's used for parking now.
Yeah, it sucks. I want to get down there
It's
with
just a
my
parking
drone.
lot. It's
If
a
I'm
parking
able to
lot that
fly
for some
right.
reason has walls and a pit road.
When I was
Hey,
up
did they ever
north,
use
oh, go on.
this? Did
By
they
the
ever
way-
use that front straightaway track or no?
I'm pretty sure Eric just backed everybody up.
I was gonna say, by the way, Eric Almirola is still leading this thing after pit stops. Chase Elliott's second, Logano's third.
I got a quick question for you all.
Eric
Are you
Almirola is a
excited
really
for
good
the- I
driver.
forget
Oh,
what
it's
the
a
rule is
3-1.
called, but are you excited for when everyone's going to be allowed to pick their spot?
Oh yeah,
Cone?
they could do it if they really wanted to. They could all do a single file restart.
No, those are lame.
Yeah, but I'm just saying if they really wanted to, they could.
Or is that the
Yeah,
fast,
that's they got rid of that for a reason
Benedetto?
because they were lame.
But people want them back now.
Drivers want them back because it makes their job easier. But what about the choose cone rule?
Have you ever been to a late model race at like a local short track or something?
Yeah, but they don't race at 2
Yeah.
mile tracks. They don't race speeds like this. It's different.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying that at like a half-mile oval little track, they run choose cones.
By the
And
way,
also
Kevin
at
Harvick
Slinger,
is
they run a
fourth again.
choose cone. Hey, Anthony, do they run a
Kevin
choose
Harvick's
cone
in
at Slinger
fourth.
too, or no?
I'd be scared, everyone. Kevin Harvick back to P4. Where is Hamlin?
Kevin Harvick deserves to be banned from this sport.
the
Oh my
other
God.
part of the dynamic duo.
Anthony, do you have an opinion on the choose cone rule?
No, but I just chose a Monster Energy Ultra Fiesta.
What?
I don't know. It just seems like NASCAR's trying to do way too many gimmicks in one shot. You know, with the underglow.
You've been a booty.
I mean, some things are good, but it's just, I don't know.
The
And then-
underglow and the number thing are
They
cute,
wanna change
but
the
I'm
number.
really interested in this choose cone rule.
Hey, did any of you guys pre-order that new Peacock app they have out now?
This thing isn't bad. It tastes like peaches.
What is it?
It's a Monster Energy Ultra
Why are you
Fiesta.
drinking a Monster, dude? Drink something a little bit more healthy.
Because I feel like I need it, man. It's race day.
Well,
I had a
you
long
don't
day
need caffeine
yesterday.
on race day, you just need a
I
water.
freaking overslept too.
Hey, Anthony, I think I saw your Yukon on TV yesterday.
Nice. Possibly.
Isn't it like tan or something?
No, it's silver like a UFO.
Yeah, well, I think I saw that on TV the other day.
I don't know if UFOs are silver. I
UFOs
too
are
How many
silver.
UFOs are silver?
Why are we talking about UFOs in a NASCAR
I don't
series?
know.
Aliens.
Hey, stage 1 isn't even over, so that means we got a long way to go.
For some reason, people think aliens don't even exist, even though there's billions and billions of galaxies and planets.
Yeah, they do exist. They might be too far away, or maybe they could find some way to bend.
No, my
Been
brother
space
told
to
me
get
that
here in no
he
time.
thinks the reason why they haven't come and visit us is because they ran out of resources before they were even able to get off their planet.
Filter your door. Left rear. Still there, left rear. Clear.
I don't think we'll ever see that in our lifetime.
Hey, Boyer in the top 10.
UFOs.
Clear, clear.
Oh yeah, I see that now. Boyers are nice.
Hey, check Kevin Harvick's rear window. Is it bent in? Because it looks like it's bent in a little bit.
If I ever
Oh,
become a
gosh.
big YouTuber, yeah, right. I'm gonna spend a lot of money on better like monitors, man. My TVs suck. I mean, they're
I might
1080.
know a
Alma
million
Rollies in
subscriber
first.
YouTuber who can give you a shout out, Anthony.
Okay, cool. Make
I
it
might
so.
know
What's up, Roddy
somebody,
Bush?
but I don't know.
I've been reading about how some TVs that say they're 120 hertz, like really aren't 120 hertz.
Alma Rollies
Yeah,
is literally
they
in
all
first.
do that.
Hey, what does it mean when they say 120
Harvick's
hertz? I
in
don't know what
first.
that is.
That's your frame rate. So like in
Oh, that's
gaming,
your
you'll have
frame
less,
rate?
less
Yeah.
blur when you move. You know when you play Call of Duty and you know whatever, and like the screen moves and it kind of blurs. That's 'cause
My
you're on a
screen
60
doesn't
hertz
blur,
television.
dude.
If you went to a 120, it would. If you game on the computer, you'd see it. I don't game on the computer.
I game
but
on
I've read all about
I
it.
game on a 32-inch TV.
And I think NASCAR Heat 5 is still 30 frames per second. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Iceberg said he's never gonna buy another Heat game until they actually fix it.
I don't know
I mean,
who
this
that
is
like,
better
bro-
than it was in 1, 2, and 3.
Dude, trust me. If I would have kissed 704 butt since they released Heat Evolution, my channel might be something else. But I talk so much shit about it because it was such a shit game.
Yeah, well,
I'm
that's
like,
why
just
you
add
have
in
real people.
just add in ARCA and make it like NASCAR from EA Sports. Make it that.
You need a steering wheel for the game to feel decent. Some
So
tracks
even
it
if you
still
play on a
struggles.
controller, it doesn't feel decent because I played Heat 4 at a friend's house one time on a controller and it felt terrible.
Yeah, you need a wheel, man.
I'm getting loose every single corner, and that was at Daytona.
I always had exit problems on turn, like at this track, I would always get loose out of turn 4 on the controller.
On NASCAR 15, sometimes I get loose coming out of turn 4 here,
Well,
but that's only because I don't
dude.
pit for like 50 laps at a time.
For me,
Charlotte too.
say you're driving here on a video game, I always try to slow down about 170 and stay around the middle right here where Kyle Busch is, 170. If you're doing good, 174.
If you're me, you
get
just
on
take your if you're me, you just take your finger off the trigger and then do that
then-
all the way through the turn and then put it back on at the exit of the corner.
And then
That's
3
what
and
I
4.
do.
The throttle is easier on the steering wheel and pedals.
3 and 4.
Yeah,
you can take two different ways.
I just let go of the throttle and then I roll it through the turns and then I go back on the throttle for the straightaway.
But the
And I
problem
keep
with the
doing that
controller, and
every-
I've been racing with a controller for years, and the problem with it is it's all or nothing.
Also, having two joysticks that you control the thing with is kind of weird feeling.
Yeah, I never tried that.
But here at Kentucky, there's also 2 lanes. You can go low, but you got to get on that brake a little bit harder, or coast it in there up high, and you could ride that speed out longer. But you just got to be able to handle it.
Hey, Anthony, I was battling with somebody for the lead here on NASCAR 15, and I rolled it in too high, and I got into the wall.
Right.
I'm like, I don't want to do that again.
Before,
So
where I was coming in turn 1 a little high and diving by the middle of turn 1 and 2, I got it down by the line. But in turn 3, I had to come in a little more.
I'll be
in the
right back. I
middle.
have to eat my lunch.
I was
10-4
basically all the
Kirby.
way down on the inside line, and I was I don't know why, but this was back like 9 or 10 years ago when NASCAR the Game 2011 was new. I was running a race here, and I was down. I was so far down on the track that you could basically spin out. Well, I wasn't that far down, but I was just hugging the line. Well, somehow I spun out, even though I wasn't even on the apron or anything.
Yeah,
That game was so broken, though.
Yeah,
But that game is
704
so broken, it's use.
Yeah, they really make you pay for it if you go below the yellow. Who
I'm like,
knows?
dude, I
Maybe it's
barely
that
even
way in
was
real life.
hugging the yellow line, and I spun out in Heat 4.
Rowdy says, Anthony, when you playing Heat 5 again?
Never.
Get to these lap cars into 3, they've been running right in the groove both ends. So plenty ahead of
Hey, are they adding? Did you guys hear if they're gonna add any more series to NASCAR Heat 6, like ARCA or something?
I don't know. I think they should just change the title and go back to like NASCAR 21 or something.
Oh yeah, bring it back to EA Sports and have EA Sports turn it into Madden.
EA Sports is not.
Oh, imagine
not
that.
doing it.
EA Sports still has the NASCAR license, so they just make it a bunch of microtransactions.
Yeah, EA Sports is on a very unique path. I don't know where they're gonna go and how. Like, are they always gonna have Star Wars games?
Oh yeah, I just realized. What if
Battlefront
2K?
and the
What if
Maddens
2K
are
Sports got
that's
the
their
the
cake.
NASCAR license? What if 2K Sports made NASCAR games? It'd be NASCAR 2K20 or something.
I mean, the baseball game and the basketball game from 2K were really good back in the day, like a few years ago. Baseball game's still
Like,
pretty good.
what if they had a NASCAR game? Oh my god, that would be amazing.
Well, just look at what whoops. I'm sorry about that. But look at what Activision did with a NASCAR game. So, you
Which
know,
game was that?
I
Inside
think it
Line.
was 11 inside line, all
2011.
the way up to 14, I believe.
And
Or it might have
they
just
weren't
been
known
Inside
for
Line.
racing. You know, they weren't making racing blockbusters or anything.
Yeah, and they still did it. Did you know 7 or... Oh yeah, I was telling somebody to play NASCAR 15. They're like, no, it's developed by U-Technics. I'm like, no, technically it's developed by 704 Games.
If you're out there and you want to chat along, join the Discord. We're in chat room 1.
I think I was one of your first ever members to join, Anthony. Your Discord.
Possibly. I wish this website would work here. It's like
What are you
it
using?
glitches up. NASCAR.com. Their
Oh,
live
just
leaderboard.
don't even go on NASCAR.com. Just type in NASCAR on Google and then look at that leaderboard.
But how delayed is that though?
It's not even delayed. It's just it's kind of slow sometimes.
Oh, something went on with Ryan Blaney. He's off speed here.
His shifter looks
Well, why
like
is it that even if I'm racing
beer.
trucks in Heat 4 that I spin around randomly, even at Canadian Tire or something? Or it's not even banked.
Ryan Blaney stays out, although what did they say? His shifter popped out of gear?
Oh god, imagine that. He's leading and then the shifter pops out of gear. Oh my god, that would be good.
Something just like broke. And then
It is out of
got
gear.
back
He
going.
has to hold it now.
Didn't that happen to Dale Jr. one time where like
Yeah,
he
I
was
think it
leading
did.
and then the thing popped out of gear or something and then he had to replace the entire shifter and everything?
Matthew Gaiman posted this thing that says Quaker State 400 is on. The guy replies, "No shit, Sherlock."
Who replied? It definitely wasn't me because I've just been watching racing all day. Also, I don't like F1. F1's probably the worst sport ever.
Squeaky's excited because Jimmy Johnson's in 11th.
So many weird things I feel like happen to Blaney.
My eggs with cheese.
For some reason, Blaney is like the driver who's super consistent, yet a bunch of weird stuff happens to him all the time that we just question our sanity. But I mean, he is a really consistent driver, though. Like, consistency is key now, so.
Austin Dillon sighting.
Austin Dillon is kind of a sucky driver, to be
Man.
honest. He sucks at driving a race car.
That's
Oh yeah, are
Ryan
those
Blaney's
coilovers
channel.
that they have on the cars, or no?
What was your question?
Do they run coilovers on these, or no?
I have no clue.
Because, I mean, if they ran coilovers, you can make it look like a 16-year-old Honda Civic slammed all the way down to the ground, sparking.
Please.
There's a kid in my town
stay
who
on.
actually has the car that it's that low that he lost his entire muffler doing that. So it's just a straight pipe Honda Civic that sounds terrible.
By the way, dishonorable shout out to Denny Hamlin in 28th. Bubba Wallace is back there in 25th. Christopher Bell 24th. Matt Kenseth 21st.
Hey Anthony, what was your first car?
Bubba Wallace. Wallace is back in 25th. Bubba Wallace back in 25th. Just threw that on me.
Hey, I'm happy Kyle Busch isn't winning any races now because I don't want him to win anymore. He deserves to not win.
Very much.
For how terrible of a person he is.
Here goes Bubba Wallace.
Is that for the lead right there?
Wait, is Denny Hamlin battling Bubba Wallace? How come
Sorry, guys, I'm
he
getting more warm
doesn't do like that?
All right, man.
Oh, I like her so much. Like, they've been there like this for 2 weeks.
Hey, Almirola has been waiting for a while now. I feel like
Why are you laughing at me? You sit in the seat. Are you sitting? Go get me some damn paper towels. Sit and laugh at me. What the hell?
Your mom's gonna lay the smackdown on you, Kirby.
Hey, didn't Hoodlum's dad used to scream all the time?
Yeah. What are the odds of that shit?
My mic's open. Okay. Careful, my mic's open.
Yeah. You got to get one of those on-air lights so that people know you're working.
Give me the damn towel. I know the damn towel. Paper towel.
Oh,
my
shit.
God,
I gave you several
wrong?
paper towels.
What is wrong?
Whoa.
I'm hardly even screaming. I can still barely do anything.
Kirby took off. No, she's back. Kirby, use the steel chair. I'm just kidding.
Bring the whole damn rope.
Hey, Kirby, you got a metal ladder? Hey, Kirby, do you have a metal ladder? Hit your mom over the head with a metal ladder.
No, don't do that.
No.
Jesus. Violence.
About a dark person. It's just that it sometimes works to keep people out of my house.
Way to go, Blaney, getting back in 5th, by the way.
Here, Mom.
Is Blaney's shifter still broken, or did he manage to fix it?
Tell your mom to have a good day.
Give me the tonic water.
Okay.
Eventually, they're just gonna throw paddle shifters on these cars and call it good.
You see his hand vibrating when he holds it?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Go give me the tonic water.
Well, what if he accidentally throws the thing to a third gear and then blows the motor?
Thanks.
Just
being nice.
So we got 17 laps to go till the end of this stage.
Oh, got it. Anthony, it's gotta suck when your leg cramps up while driving one of those things, because you can't even move it at all.
In my bedroom.
Oh, yeah. Could you imagine getting a leg cramp if you're racing?
Oh,
And
dude, that would suck.
let's say stage 1 is still, you got 17 to go, and all of a sudden you got a leg cramp.
Oh my God, how are you gonna brake?
Don't throw it on my damn food, yeah.
I'm throwing it away.
Like, how would you even press the brake if you have a leg cramp?
I don't know. I think you just put her in the wall hard and
I'm
get
Yo,
out.
I saw something. Could you imagine?
Or
if
I
Bubba
would
Wallace
just
did a
take my
42?
foot off the throttle, downshift into third gear, and then bring it back up to fourth.
Wait, hold on. What'd you say, Mattiello?
I just thought about it. What if Bubba Wallace went to the 42?
I think I could put that much damn tonic water in.
What if Bubba Wallace
I feel
went to
like
the
that'd be a good
48 car?
deal.
Bubba went to the 48.
Yeah, I want to see Bubba in the 48, man. If Rick Hendrick did
Sponsored
that,
by
I would kiss Rick Hendrick's ass the rest of my life if he put Bubba in the 48.
Go grab me the
Bubba did really well in the
lavender
series
wipes
until he
in the
raced
laundry.
for Petty.
You know,
Hey,
if you
Bubba
put
Wallace is a good driver. Like, he's shown he can do, he's shown he can win and everything, but he just has really crappy equipment right now. So
if you
I
put
don't know where they are.
a satellite for the 42 team and them.
supposedly,
oh
But-
yeah, Eric Almirola is beating his
Well,
former
switch
team
his
now.
team.
if you stuck
Eric Almirola is
Bubba,
beating his former team.
if you stuck Bubba into the 48 and he doesn't win that first season, I say fire him or whatever. We don't need these
Kirby,
pity
can
races
you,
like
can you
Chase
stop
Elliott sitting
streaming
in
your...
a 24 not winning, or
Can you
Bowman.
stop streaming, please, Kirby?
Sorry.
I wasn't talking to you, Anthony. Oh yeah, Daniel Suarez is really sucky now.
He always was.
Is he even running this race? Wow, he's all the way back in 31st.
Now in the green box. Swiffer in the green box, next to the door, right above the dog leashes.
Jeez, why are you yelling?
Yeah, like mute your whole mic when you want to do that.
Dude, why are you yelling? You're giving me a headache. God.
It's not Kirby yelling, it's her mom, man.
Jeez, she's giving me a migraine, dude. And I have headphones plugged in, and I can't unplug them or else my phone is gonna blare audio.
If it ain't squeakers, it's the moms or the dads yelling.
Hey, it's nice that I'm not a squeaker anymore, though. I remember when I
about my
was,
mom
and oh my
yelling.
god, I hated that.
Hey,
No, I haven't, Rowdy.
This is like.
sorry about that. Mom had an emergency.
Hey, Anthony, have you had to put anybody on the list recently?
No. And I want to find the
Who was
list
the last
before
person
I
you
make
ever
a new
did?
one. What was that? What'd you say?
I'm like, who was the last person you ever put on the list? But I'm gonna guess
I
you
don't
can't
know.
remember.
Yeah, I got the list around here.
I know I've been on it like 3 or 4 times.
It's on that other desk over there, but
Because I know I've been on there like once or twice.
yeah, I think all those list names are from like 2015, 2016, or something like that.
I know I was on there a little bit in 2017 and 18, but that's about it.
What was your name back then?
It's still Dane2123 on Xbox. I'm wanting to change it though. I don't know what to change it to though. Because I mean, I created
why
that
would
gamer
you get
tag
on
when
the
I was
list?
10.
What were you doing? Just being an asshole?
Being really annoying and wrecking every lap.
Wow. Jeez, thanks, man. Like, I
Yeah.
go out there to have fun, and this guy's sitting there messing around every time.
Hey, I don't mess around anymore though. I actually try to race now, properly. Like if you've seen me on your NASCAR 15 live streams, I've led like 15 laps in one of your
Good.
races before I got dumped
good.
by somebody.
Right. Believe it or not, you're not the first person to tell me shit like that.
Yeah,
A lot
I
of
mean, I got
people will
dumped.
be like, I'm
one
better
time.
now. I was, da-da-da.
No, Kyle
Before that, I had
Busch
only led like
I
2
know,
laps my entire career. But I mean, I'd led like, I'd won like 27
Right.
races on there now. Hey, who drives the 21 now? Oh yeah, DeBetadetto, never mind.
I feel like he's gonna win a race.
I was hoping that Menard's car was going to run well yesterday at Road America, but what's his name? Paginot?
Simon Pagenaud.
Yeah, he didn't do too well, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know why he still has Menard sponsorship. I don't really think he still deserves that sponsorship, but whatever.
Right. Because they pay, like, they're pretty, the dude's pretty rich, the guy that owns Menards.
Dude, that's Paul Menard's dad. Don't you know that? That's Paul Menard's dad.
Yeah, he's like a billionaire or something like that.
That's why Paul Menard was able to be sponsored his entire NASCAR
Right.
career. But I mean, it's not bad. I mean, he was a good driver either way, but he
That's
just never
how
found
all
a
the
break to win.
drivers are nowadays, man. They all pay to be there. Well, somehow.
But I mean, at least Paul Menard was actually a good paid driver who was actually good at driving a stock car instead of what we have now.
I don't know if he's that good. One win.
Oh yeah,
Paul
how was
Menard,
Brandon
yeah.
Jones sponsored? How did Menards decide to sponsor Brandon Jones?
Well, it's in the Gibbs stable, man. I mean, like,
I'm trying
it
to
just
figure
sucks
that. I'm trying to
Brandon
wrap that
Jones
around
is
my
there
head
right
how
now.
they thought it'd be a great idea to sponsor Brandon Jones. I'm like, if you're gonna sponsor somebody like Eric Almirola. He could use more
Jones is
sponsors.
having a bad year, man. I feel like he's like the Ty Majeski of the 2017 season, or was that
Who,
2018?
Brandon Jones or?
Yeah, remember when Majeski
gotta
was
over
sharing
on
that
that
six
lot.
ride in Xfinity?
Oh yeah, with Austin Cindric, who people say suck, and I'm like, he doesn't suck, dude.
Well, they just kept crashing that car, and that's like Brandon Jones this year.
Yeah, well, Austin Cindric has improved his game a lot, so now he's really good too.
Right? Didn't he just win? Yesterday?
He just won like 2 days
Or
ago.
2 days
Won
ago.
I think
two
he
in a row.
won. He won both races, dude. He has two wins this year. He has 4 Xfinity wins overall, and he has 2 this year. He won
could've
Mid
won
Ohio
Indy
and
Road
Road America
Course.
last year, and then he won both Kentucky races this year.
Chase Briscoe is #1 now in Xfinity.
So I'm gonna go tell Kamikaze Games to go suck it.
Chase Briscoe, I don't know where he's going to be next year, but he's going to be in Cup.
Hey, why don't we
I guess
call
we'll
him?
take over
Why
for
don't we
Boyer.
call Eric Amarola Mr. Bacon, since he always has bacon sponsorship from
Right.
Smithfield
And he's got
everything.
them on lockdown too. Like they're willing to go wherever with him.
They should start calling him Mr. Bacon.
This is like his best performance of the year right now.
Dude,
Like
he's a
47
great
miles per
driver.
hour,
We
bro.
never got to see his talent
Has
until he moved
Almirola
over
won
to
a
that
stage
10
before
car.
today? 2 laps away.
We've actually now we've seen how talented he is now, so that's good.
Eric has
Almirola
one
won a
stage win so far.
before.
Except for that one time at Milwaukee Mile, Anthony, where he got pulled out of the car while he led like 30 laps that race. He got pulled out of the car and replaced with Denny Hamlin.
That'll be stage win number 2.
This
What's
will be a
up,
second
Yeah, they
stage.
actually
NASCAR
did that,
Pennzoil
like,
Series? How you doing?
Lucky. Oh yeah, so just me or has Ryan Newman's
Huh?
performance gone down since Daytona?
Who? Who was born in Jamaica?
And Eric Almirola wins stage 1.
Oh, he's from Jamaica? Oh.
Well, that was painless. What do you guys got planned for the rest of your day after the race?
Going to Culver's.
Cook. What are you cooking, Mattiello? Anything good?
All that cheese.
What?
Well, Anthony, I'm gonna go
Penne
over to
with,
Culver's after this.
sausage and tomato sauce mixed together with regatta cheese.
Damn. I think I'm gonna watch something in the theater. I don't know, just chill and relax.
Hey, I had to
Get
explain
that
to
special
somebody
lady
in
friend,
Texas
watch a
what
nice movie.
Culver's is, and
Yeah.
it sucks.
I've been all over Wisconsin this whole past week. It's been fun.
Hey,
but
Anthony, what's the
You
furthest
should
you
watch
ever
Hamilton
gone
on
up
TV+.
north?
Okay.
Hey,
Oh,
Anthony,
yeah.
what's the furthest you ever gone up north? Have you ever been up to like Duluth or something? Or...
Maybe the Twin Cities.
Yeah, because my brother took a drive all the way from where we live all the way up to, I think it was somewhere up all the way up north and then back in a day somehow.
Just
He
for
did
the
it.
heck of it? Wow.
Yeah, just for the heck of it, I guess. He was bored, so he just wanted to take an 8-hour drive all the way up and then an 8-hour
Man.
drive all the way back.
I never want to live in northern Wisconsin, everyone. Like, they have like little communities of like trailers that I've
Okay.
seen. I was like, what the hell is this?
Get the phone.
I was up north one time and I guess they have so many break-ins that they just keep rifles right next to their beds.
It's a dang freaking potential spam call.
I keep my handgun in my nightstand or whatever.
I have a bow that I keep in my closet.
Nice. What about you, Mattiello? Do you keep a weapon nearby just in case anybody tries to
weapon?
test your gangster? Yeah.
No, I just lock my doors.
That's it? You don't have a baseball bat or anything?
I have a metal water bottle that I use sometimes.
I got what do I got? I got
pull it down
Tommy
over here.
Jones and Robert De Niro. That's what I got.
Wow.
Hey, you could throw a football at somebody's face and
That's
give
what I
them
named
massive
my
head
fist. Tommy
injury.
Lee Jones and Robert De Niro.
I got a handgun, a shotgun, a rifle, And then I got some
recess football.
I got some Civil War guns with bayonets on them too.
I got a shotgun, but it's not like with it.
Hey, can I tell you guys a little funny recess football story?
Okay. Make it quick though, man.
I was catching a punt return, and somehow the ball had hit the ground and smacked me in the face.
Nice.
I ended up picking it up, going and running, and then I got smacked in the face by somebody. Yeah,
That's
so
great.
I was in pain for a couple
Oh,
hours.
shit.
I was in
You're
pain
like,
for a
I got
bit.
it, I got it. Everybody's like, oh man, it's that kid. He gets slapped in the face with the ball. Oh man.
Hey, I mean, I have like 6 punt return touchdowns. In that school, I hold the record for most punt return touchdowns during recess football.
What grade?
I have
are
like
you in?
15. Freshman this year.
So you have records and you're just a freshman?
Mhm.
Middle school records though.
Yeah, middle school.
Okay.
Kirby Rowdy says, is your mom still going crazy?
But yeah, somehow I managed to win the. But I mean, I'm a really big kid. I weigh like 215 pounds, and I can still outrun an entire defense of 150-pound kids somehow. I don't even use any trick moves or anything. I just run straight, and I still outrun them somehow.
My claim to fame is I got to play a football game in the Syracuse Carrier Dome when I was a senior.
How did you do that?
My high school was part of the New York State kickoff week. So like every day for 2 weeks there was a high school football game, and we played a team from Staten Island and we beat them.
Oh, did they have Pete Davidson on it? Did they have Pete Davidson on it? Because if they did, you could have had a picture with him.
You think Pete Davidson played football?
I'm just kidding. He didn't. I know he didn't. He probably would get destroyed if he tried.
He's younger than me anyway.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, I'm 39. There you go. Everyone knows now.
You don't even seem like you're 39. You only seem like you're like 27.
Because I'm hanging out with high school kids on a Discord chat. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Except for Anthony's like 30. The only really person besides you who's really old is Anthony, and he's like 32.
Graduate
It's a
roadie.
gaming slash chatting Discord, man. This
Here's
thing's
the
life,
thing.
man.
Most people know that I live in New York. I'm an hour from New York City. I don't know a single. There are NASCAR fans around here, but I don't personally hang out with anyone who is a NASCAR fan. So you guys are all I have when I decide to come in here.
Another thing too is life gets busy,
you
and then your real life friends get busy,
like 25 years ago?
Oh yeah, like
I played high school football like 22 years
I have
ago.
one friend who likes racing, but he likes all racing. He's not like a hardcore NASCAR fan. But
Everybody's
we're gonna
like
go to some
freaking-
races.
Oh,
Hey, Mateo, you're so old. You probably could be in the NFL right now.
What's up, Guitar Hero?
I'm 39. I'd be retiring from the NFL 3 years ago.
No, you couldn't.
Well, what if you were a kicker? Can't you kick into
Oh yeah,
your
if you're a
50s?
kicker, you could play in your 80s.
You got another 12 years if you're a kicker.
Who's this signed by?
Hey,
Let me
Anthony,
see.
I'm gonna get your age. Are you
Oh,
32?
You should wear the old school face mask too, where it's just one
Oh.
bar.
Hey,
That's
Anthony, are you 32?
Right, man? Morton Anderson, or is that Gary
Right.
Anderson?
I forgot.
Hey,
which
Anthony,
one,
are you
but-
32 or are you 33?
I'm not
You
gonna
guys
say.
were alive in 1998.
I wasn't even
The heck
alive
is
then.
this?
My brother was alive then, but I wasn't alive.
Dude,
When
if
the
I ever
Vikings lost to the Falcons.
Man, I hate the Falcons. They beat the Pack. Man, we were gonna go to the NFC Championship, or maybe that was the NFC Championship. I was on my knees praying, and the freaking Falcons kicker made the field goal and won the game. And I blame Michael Vick.
Giants for doing it to you guys.
What the heck? Who signed this? I
Hey,
cannot read
Anthony,
the
when I was
signatures.
over at a friend's house watching the
Carl
Packers
Edwards.
vs 49ers
Go
playoff game,
Gibbs.
my friend
Giants
literally
kept
took
the
a
Packers
chair
out of the Super Bowl
and
twice,
smashed his TV.
Wow. I don't
Once
rate
against
it.
I'm like,
heck
dude,
is-
calm down. It's just a loss. I know it's a playoff
Mike
loss.
Helton. Mike Helton signed this. Who the heck in NASCAR has the initials RK?
Ryan Newman?
That's not RK.
I
Ryan
know
Newman's
that. I'm
last
just
name
being
is an E.
stupid. I'm playing stupid.
No clue.
RK. I was thinking it was Jack Roush, but then I saw it was RK because I thought it was JR. Or maybe
How many
this
of
is
you guys
not
are old enough to
RK.
understand the fall of Roush Racing?
Didn't that
I'm
happen
old enough
somewhere
to
around
understand it.
2010 and 2011?
Before that, even Roush, it was like Hendrick
Didn't it
and
happen
Roush.
back in like the 90s? Because I know I've heard about it before.
You had Dale Earnhardt, Mark Martin, and the Rick Hendrick guys. Like that was the best racers.
But did they
That was
win
back
any
before Toyota,
championships?
wasn't it?
No, Mark Martin was always so close to winning.
Yeah,
but
well,
never
I don't really consider it a
But
fall
then
if they
Kurt
never won
Busch won a
championships.
championship in 2002 with
Okay, you got that one. Oh
Hey,
yeah, and then
Mateo,
Kenseth
Mateo.
won one, right?
And then the Kenseth has one, yeah.
But still,
Hey, Mateo, is
it
that
wasn't
back
that
when
far of a fall.
Pontiac was still
But
in
how
the
many
sport?
races Mark Martin used to win through the 90s with them, and Matt Kenseth in the early 2000s?
Wasn't it? Who was it that went into the pit lane before the finish of the race?
Mark Martin.
Was that Mark Martin?
Yeah, it was
I'm
Mark
pretty
Martin.
sure it was. Oh,
You
look at
mean
that! He's
where
got
the
a
pit
freaking
road
cord.
wall almost went through his car
What is he-
or something?
There was
No, not
a guy
that
by
one.
the
In
name of
back a
Mike
long
Dillon
time
who
ago.
wrecked coming off a pit road back in the 80s. Mike Dillon, ever
Like-
heard of him?
When he was one lap away from the finish and he thought it was the finish, so he went into the pits and then lost the race. Not the one
Mike
where he
Dillon
crashed
wrecks
in the
coming off the pit
This
road.
is pretty
Austin
funny
Dillon's
watching
dad
Ryan
wrecks
Blaney,
coming off
by the
pit
way.
road somehow. I don't know how he did it, but he did.
Ryan Blaney.
Okay.
How do you even wreck coming off pit road?
Yeah.
Hit the gas too hard?
Oh yeah, that's what Mike Dillon did. That was funny. I've seen the clip. If I ever find it again, I'll share it. But
Or you blow a
can't
tire,
find it.
knock a tire off.
Here comes the pace car.
Yeah.
We're on lap
Have you ever seen
87.
Wreck
Kevin
coming off the
Page's
pit road.
really
Somebody's gonna have to
stupid
climb
move
in
that he
that
did?
car at Blaney and fix that for him.
I'll have to look at
Boogity,
Hey,
boogity,
Metello.
boogity. Let's go racing today, boys.
Hey,
It's Matty Yellow, I think. But,
So-
Yeah, Matty Yellow.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. I can never
Okay,
pronounce it
happens all
right.
the time.
But
Happens every day.
Here
are
we
you
go.
guys old enough to did you guys ever see that Kevin LePage Talladega wreck live
yes,
or what?
everybody's seen that.
Yeah, I was
Everybody's
watching.
Maybe
Well, I
I've
wasn't-
seen it
I-
live, but I've seen the video more.
That thing was
Let's see.
that
I
was
might have seen
stupid.
it live.
That was stupid.
Eric Almirola on the outside will pass Joey Logano for first here.
Wow, you're ahead. Oh, wait, no.
We're on lap 89 right now. 89.
So the
that's what
very
I'm on.
first race I watched, like
Yeah,
start to
lap
finish,
89.
was the 1990
I'm a little behind.
Pepsi 400. And then the following year, no, it was the 91. Whatever year Earnhardt ran over the Seagull was the very first race I watched flag to flag.
That would be 90, I think, or 89.
I think it's 90 or 91 actually. Because
Yeah,
89,
I thought it was
remember
89.
seeing clips, and in 90, like, I just kept looking for the Tide ride. That was the only thing I would look for because it was a bright orange car.
Okay, we go shopping one time. And what is it? 4 guys.
Oh, yeah, how long
running?
have you been watching
I gotta
NASCAR
go see
for?
one time. And there's
Yeah,
like 4 guys.
Now or something?
And they kept going down the aisle. And I was like,
89 was
Eli,
the first
come
year
on.
I like paid attention.
It was 91.
91 was like when I started sitting down and watching races.
Chasing me. I can't handle it.
So you've been watching it for 29 years.
It was 2008. I probably watched it live. I probably don't remember it, but I watched it live, pretty sure.
Oh, the first
2008.
NASCAR race I ever watched was the 2007 Speedway 500.
And they're all going to
All
see
I
it.
remember is
Okay.
Bob Jenkins and Benny Parsons talking about how Earnhardt ran over a seagull on the backstretch.
Oh yeah. I
Didn't
remember
Dale
watching
Earnhardt
it on
Sr.
the
also
Speed
take
Channel
it
or
for a
something.
Daytona photo thing the first
Buster's
year
about
live?
to pass Harvick.
You can YouTube it now.
Let's go.
By the way,
Let's
Matt,
go. Harvick washed up.
Matt Diello, I got a question.
What's that?
Was Richard Petty just like a field filler towards the end of his career, or what was he?
No,
Yes,
he was
he
was
was
racing.
definitely.
There wasn't field fillers because there were a lot of times that the races only had like 36 drivers in them.
Thing
Like
is,
Wilkesboro
he
and
was
Bristol, they
just
only
a
had, like,
back
36
warmer
or
there.
38 drivers.
It's
They didn't always get to 40.
yeah,
No,
but
but
he's
I mean-
that's not what he's talking about. He means
Yeah.
was he like very competitive, or
Was
was
he
he just there
It
to
contender?
race?
wasn't very competitive, but at certain
Okay.
tracks
He didn't
you
win
might
for
see
his
him do
last
better.
13 years or something like
Holy
that.
Like-
shit!
like-
13 years.
And
I think
he
it's
did
either 8
better
or
at, like
13.
Daytona. He would do decent at like Atlanta. Like Martinsville, he'd always have like a
He
good
wrecked
run
so
at.
freaking much at the
But
end of
he
his
was so
career.
old that he was like in his 50s, and
Wow.
Yeah, well, that's only 5 years older, and
And
he
then-
didn't win for 13 years, which is less than from
And
the
then could you
thing
imagine
with Jimmy
being
Johnson.
Could you imagine
Jimmy
being
Johnson
50?
stopped winning when he was 42.
Could you imagine being 50 back in the 90s? So then, like, even,
Yeah,
like,
like Earnhardt was
health wouldn't be
51
too
when he
good.
died, right? I think I'm right about
He was
51.
50.
I think it was 50.
I think it was 51. I don't know if he's 50. Maybe he was 49.
Wait.
But I wouldn't say he was just a seat filler. Like, his car was always, he had a lot of fans. Like, if you went to a race when Richard Petty was still racing, even in 91 or 92, he still had a lot of fans.
Oh, come on.
You know,
Dale
who I
Earnhardt
always felt was
aged
the
at
biggest
death.
disappointment at that era? Because now I didn't watch it in the 80s because I was a little kid, but I always felt that Bill Elliott was a big disappointment.
Right. I remember reading about Bill Elliott in, like, Guinness Book of World Records or something, because he had, like, the fastest time in a vehicle or something at Daytona, or I forgot where.
Yeah, he has the fastest lap at Talladega and at Daytona. And the fastest lap ever is his lap at Talladega in 1988.
That underglow is a little extreme in this picture NASCAR
Hey,
Pennzoil put.
it was
because
49 years. Because Google didn't decide
it
to
won't
come up,
look
so
like
I had to
that
search it
on race
myself.
night.
49 years old when he died.
Oh, was he?
Bush.
49. I knew he wasn't 50. I knew he was right around that. So good call. 49. And we don't know how much longer he would have went for.
I think he was. There was a rumor he was going to retire in 2002 or 2003. But he was definitely more competitive in his older years than Richard Petty, so that ups him above Richard Petty, and he had more competition as well.
Right. That's true.
Just think if there
and
is.
Jimmy Johnson. So I think Jimmy Johnson's the greatest of all time, and let me give you a reason before you just crucify me.
Yeah, I just.
So.
Go ahead.
Jimmy, he had way more competition. Let's be honest. Even if there was like stiff competition back in the day, there wasn't that many people that were up there because the cars were way different. And let's be honest, he was way more consistent than Earnhardt ever was. And Earnhardt. So basically, I think Earnhardt's. If you took Jimmy Johnson out of the equation, I'd say Dale Earnhardt's the greatest of all time, considering his success in his older years.
Well,
but since Jimmy Johnson's more consistent, I put Jimmy Johnson above Dale Earnhardt. But you can disagree.
Who pretty much watched NASCAR through the heyday of the Earnhardt era. This is before the multi-car teams. Like Hendrick had a couple of cars, Roush had a couple of cars, but that was it. Earnhardt, that was a team of their own. That was Richard Childress Racing. You had a couple of, Junior Johnson was always good. Yates was always good. Roush was always good. You had a lot more teams in the early 90s and mid 90s that were competitive every single week. Ricky Rudd was competitive in the 26 car. No one other driver was competitive in that car. Just Ricky Rudd that 1 year. So whether Ricky Rudd was driving the 5, or you had Mark Martin, all these, and then you had the Dale Jarrett in the early 90s when he started to get better. Davey Allison before he died. Alan Kulwicki. But like all these, there were so many competitive drivers. In 1992, and I know you guys have seen the documentary, 1992, to have 6 drivers.
You just made the list!
To have a mathematical chance to win that championship goes to show you how competitive it was back then. But it was a short window. It was a really short window between, like, I'd say 89 and 97. And then after 97, Hendrick got huge, Gibbs got huge, even all these race teams got bigger. It became more about technology. The technology back then was, let's get it in a wind tunnel. Let's shave a little off the fender. Let's put a little extra air pressure in that tire for certain times of the race. Like, it was a lot more the drivers figuring it out on the track. That's why I love now how they don't get to practice, because it puts the drivers back into control, because they're not just going out running 50 laps on Friday and Saturday and getting their car tuned right. They have to do it on Sunday. And that's what it was like.
Kyle Busch is losing. I guarantee you that's why Kyle Busch is losing, because his setup is always so good. let alone a race. I mean, hey, Hamlin's coming forward.
By the way,
I think my
everyone,
kid woke up.
everyone out there watching,
Woo,
sorry
NASCAR.
I gotta take a break. I'll be back.
All right, man. This website
Okay,
isn't
so I'm
working
gonna
today, so
I'm
I'm
about
sorry,
to do
man.
my counter argument on that. I'm gonna do my counter argument. So while I agree, there was a lot of competition back then. Look at this. So the gaps, you know what I mean. The gaps were way bigger. Like Anthony, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like in the
You mean
90s,
the gap in the
people-
competition or something?
no, the gap like in the races. You wouldn't see people like there's not that many photo finishes back then because the cars weren't that close. Like
Oh yeah, because they
you'd
didn't
have-
have yeah.
they weren't, and that makes this era like way harder to race because there's people right behind you. Like you can make a mistake back in that era if you have a big enough lead, you can get away with it. But this right now, there's no way you could.
I don't know if you could really even compare the different eras. Like I don't even know when they started using power steering and stuff like that.
They started using power steering, I think, it was before Dale Earnhardt, I believe, or during that era, or at least they used some different steering.
And then like even to keep the drivers cool, their seats were just like bench.
Oh,
or
wait.
I don't know if it was bench seats exactly, but
Honestly, here's the thing that's an argument against what I'm saying. You had to be much more brave back then, so that could be a thing that in the favor of Petty or Earnhardt being the greatest.
yeah, and like comfort too, man. You got to give it up to them too.
And listen, so Dale, sorry, not Dale. Freaking, I'm an idiot. Jimmy did it in way less time than, let's say, Petty or Earnhardt. They were still racing to, I think they was in their 50s. And Jimmy, I don't know when they finished the 7 championships or got their last wins. That depends. But Jimmy Johnson did this way faster than Petty and Earnhardt with a shorter career and more competition, in my opinion.
Even if he did win
If he
seven,
if he kept winning the last few years, he would probably be the greatest of all time. If he wins this year, I'm just
the
gonna
race
say
wins. You got to
if he
understand
wins a
that when
championship this year,
Jimmy's good. I'm not saying Jimmy's not good, but he's not the greatest of all time. He benefited from an era of NASCAR that Hendrick was far and above everybody else. So it was him. It was him and Gordon and no one else.
Right.
and he beat Jeff Gordon, which is probably the well, not in wins, but in championships, which shows he's more consistent than Gordon. And Gordon was up there with Earnhardt back in the day. And Jimmy Johnson single-handedly slapped Gordon.
I'm not saying Jimmy Johnson isn't great and didn't take advantage of his situation, but he's not the greatest of all time. He's just not.
So who is the greatest of all time?
Earnhardt. And I'm not even an Earnhardt fan. I was a Darrell Waltrip fan. And Darrell Waltrip won more races than Earnhardt.
Let's say this. So what is your argument about Earnhardt? I know what your argument about the era is, but what's the argument about Earnhardt? Because
it's the same argument. It's the same argument. The competition level when Earnhardt started in the early 80s was low. But by the time the end of the 80s came around, there was a lot more money coming into NASCAR. There was a lot more competitive drivers. Like the talent pool was huge. There was so many good drivers racing, and everyone's car was practically the same. You couldn't have an Alan Kulwicki today. That couldn't happen. You couldn't have Darrell Waltrip start his own team today. Tony Stewart starting that was an anomaly, but that's because he had Haas helping him. But Earnhardt, when you had Ricky Rudd and Davey Allison, Alan Kulwicki, Mark Martin, Harry Gant, Bill Elliott, I'll keep going. I could name 100 drivers from the late 80s, early 90s, all competitive. And Earnhardt beat them all consistently. Terry Labonte, Bobby Labonte, Dale Jarrett. Should I keep going? Look at Austin Dillon. I'm looking at Austin Dillon. And like Anthony was saying before, these guys pay to get in. The talent level in NASCAR today isn't even close to what it was in 1992.
Right.
Yeah, but not today. Today really doesn't matter. It matters about the
2007,
the early
2005.
2010s.
Yeah, the
Mark
middle of the
Martin,
2000s.
Jeff Gordon,
Mark Martin
Jimmy
was at the end of his
Johnson,
career. No, that's the
Kurt
Matt
Busch.
Kenseth era, the Tony Stewart era.
Let's see, Matt Kenseth, Tony Stewart,
Paul
Kyle Busch
Menard,
was just getting started.
Jamie
Paul
McMurray.
Menard, no, that's not a talent. God dang it.
No, I'm
It's not
just
that
saying,
hard.
you know, like
That was
Harvick
a decent
Newman.
era, but still the talent level wasn't the same. You had 8 to 10 really good drivers, and then everybody else.
yeah, like even you
Yeah,
had
but
like Ricky
this-
Craven, Johnny
Gordon
Benson.
had the same car for the years before that, and he still didn't do anything with it. So you've got to be good to do something with that car. And you got to remember, back in the day, there wasn't as many it wasn't scrutinized, so people would sometimes get away with stuff with the cars and the setups that wouldn't be allowed because they didn't really check that stuff.
Because
Remember,
that's what
wasn't
made
it
them
Richard
great.
Petty?
That's
Wasn't it
what
Richard
made them
Petty
great.
that had an illegal car engine?
They all did that. Everybody tried to bend the rules. Darrell Waltrip had the quote, "If you're not cheating, you ain't trying."
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't
Now
think
it's watered down.
because
It's all
Jimmy
watered down today.
also, yeah, but cheating. To be honest, that's not as fair as this era. And let's just say that although I don't dislike Earnhardt's driving style, let's say it was a lot dirtier than Jimmy Johnson's driving style. And
they didn't call him the dirty racer. They called him the intimidator.
well, they say that a lot now. I'm sure people back in the day were pissed.
Right, I wasn't a fan. I was a Darrell Waltrip fan. There was a clear divide.
I was
if
a
you were
Darrell.
Waltrip fan or
I
a
am.
Earnhardt fan.
I look back at old races and I cheer for Darrell Waltrip, and then he just gets turned to the right and taken out at Richmond.
Do you know why his
Are you
nickname
kidding
was
me?
Jaws?
He was.
Do you know
That
why-
was stupid. That was stupid though, because he cost himself and Waltrip the win.
Do you know?
He's
do you
got to
know,
have a little
You're
bit
talking
of
about
awareness.
Richmond. You're talking about Richmond in like the mid 80s.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
Do you
Richmond.
know why that Darrell Waltrip's nickname was Jaws?
Why?
Well, some people say it's because he talked a lot, and he did. But really, the reason he got the nickname Jaws was because he used to ride around on the back, and then towards the end of the race, he would play gas mileage. He would play the pit stops. That was his strategy. That's why Darrell
should've
Waltrip
called
was
him
so
the
great
closer.
and won so many races. Yeah, they probably would have if he raced today and did that.
I've never heard of that, man.
Jaws.
So that's
He
Jaws.
used to race around in the back.
Oh
He used
my
to stay
God.
out of trouble, and then he would last. His car was last longer than everybody else's, and he would come up from the back.
How about this?
And he would beat
How about
everyone.
this? There isn't any comparison that can possibly be made unless there was a race between Earnhardt, Petty, and Johnson in their prime, which can't happen because Petty is old and Dale
It's like
Earnhardt's
the
dead.
NFL. It's
So
like the NFL.
you
It's
can't compare
different
them.
eras.
So nobody's the greatest of all time. There's
It's
great
who's
drivers,
great
but
for their era.
Pearson could have been the greatest of all time, for all we know.
I mean, I think he might be better than Petty because he did it before. Like Petty won a lot of his races when he used to race like 6 times a week, and there would be nobody in the race. Like Petty would have it would be just Richard Petty and a bunch of guys from like Greenwood County, North Carolina.
Yeah. I mean,
Like Cale Yarborough's a great race car driver. You know how many full schedules that guy ran? Less than half his career in NASCAR was a full schedule.
yeah, I think it's definitely between Jimmy Johnson and Earnhardt, but there's no fair comparison between the two because there was different circumstances. So
Do you
people
know
are
that
going to
Mark
believe what they
Martin-
want to believe.
Do you know that Mark Martin was almost slated to drive the 28 car before Davey Allison?
No.
So Cale Yarborough ran a limited schedule with the Hardee's 28 cars, owned by Rainier. What's his name? Rainier was the car owner, and they drove Fords. He had like a Ford dealership in North Carolina. So Mark Martin had a struggling career doing it his own way. So when Cale Yarborough was going to retire, and he always did well at like Talladega and Daytona, and then he would run like a couple of races like Michigan, and maybe he'd go to Pocono, but like that would be it for Cale Yarborough. So Mark Martin was asked by Rainier, "Do you want to drive the 28 car?" And he was like, "You know what? Those cars are good with Cale Yarborough in them, but they don't race all the time." That he didn't trust the team, so he's like, "No, I'm good. I'm gonna do my own thing." And then Davey Allison, Robert Yates, who worked for him, ended up buying the team and started Yates Racing, and now you have Yates Engines. And then Davey Allison was hired in 1987.
So if Martin would have raced with them, then Allison would still be alive. You say, well, no, not yeah.
No, I mean,
pretty
maybe.
much,
I guess that's not what I'm
because
talking
Allison
about.
wouldn't have a drive.
Yeah, that's not what he's talking about, but whatever.
I'm just talking
No,
about that
but
Martin
I'm
could
just
have been
pointing
driving
that
a
out.
28
I'm just
car.
pointing it out. I'm not saying that's what he's talking about. I'm pointing it
How
out.
you doing? By the way, Eric Almirola doing his thing here today, huh, everybody? I think that deserves
Yeah,
a
I'm really
round of
happy for
applause, man. Showing
I'm really
he's
happy for Amarola.
showing
But
he
he's
deserves
gonna
a good
he's gonna
runner, so.
choke. If
We'll
he
see.
chokes, it's gonna be bad.
We'll see. We're on stage 2, lap 44 of 80.
Look, Jimmy Johnson's doing way better than freaking Allgaier did in the first few laps. I mean, we all know that this is a better drive, even if Allgaier got taken out early. Allgaier wasn't even making it through the field with a top 10 car.
Well, it was so early in that race.
Yeah, but he didn't make any positions from 32nd. I'm pretty sure he started. Well, he started in the back, but he made it 32nd.
I think they're gonna go with Almirola. You know why? Because Allgaier, because he's got that brand that they could stick on the 48.
They should go with Noah Gragson so he can beat up some more people.
Yeah, it'll be someone from in the stable that will take over the 48.
I think it's the two. I
Oh,
think it's
Gragson?
Keselowski that's going to take it up.
No, I don't think. I think he goes young. I think he goes with like.
I don't think he goes with a young gun because then look at his lineup. He's got all young people.
Didn't Allgaier win an Xfinity Series championship?
I don't think so.
You don't
maybe
think
I'm wrong.
he didn't? I don't know. He's been in there so long.
I just think that was the easiest call for them to make because Allgaier was available. Like if they had more time, I bet they would have taken if Carl Edwards would have come back, they would have taken him instead. But of course.
Yeah, he won the Xfinity Championship in 2018. So there's your driver of the 48. He also won the 2008 ARCA Series Championship.
You're not gonna promote somebody who's already sucked in the Cup Series and then come back down.
They're gonna do it, man.
Won
They
the
don't.
Xfinity Championship that
dude,
much. He just won it once.
He's got Brandt in his back pocket. Brandt will pay Hendrick for that ride for him.
No, but it's what Ally wants because Ally is a bank. They've got all the money they want.
Who knows? Are they still going to be there? They might leave when Johnson does.
No, they're not going to leave because they've already extended to 2022.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
They extended with Chad Canals as well.
I think that works perfectly for Allgaier and Brandt.
No, it doesn't because Ally's going to be at the car. We disagree a lot today. We disagree a lot.
Allgaier also won the 2009 Nationwide Series Rookie of the Year.
Nationwide Rookie of the Year doesn't really matter. It's Nationwide Series.
I mean, Austin Cindric needs.
We're in stage 2.
Look, everybody that comes into the Xfinity Series pretty much is the Rookie of the Year.
Chase Briscoe needs a ride
full time.
Kyle
Chase
Larson,
Briscoe, that's a good shout, but he's a Ford driver. Kyle Larson's not coming back next year. I think he's either coming back with Stuart Haas or not.
Hello, everybody.
With a big company like Ally, they don't want a guy that's saying the N-word every day.
If they have Ally as a sponsor.
Damn.
Yeah, but no, Ally's extended their sponsorship to 2022, so they're going to be on the car.
Speaking of
I
that,
didn't know that.
Speaking of that, do you guys think Kyle Larson will be back next year?
In the 14 if he is.
He'll be in the 96 if anything.
No, he's 3 wide Johnson.
You think Boyer's gonna give up his seat next year?
I don't know if Boyer's gonna give it up. I think Boyer might be just done. Like I love Boyer, but I mean, I don't know how much longer he's got. He's the oldest guy in the field.
He's driving through cars' entire career.
One of them, yeah.
Or,
It's like him and Harvick, I feel like.
Alexa.
And Johnson.
How old
See,
is
look at
Clint
this.
Boyer?
Look at Anthony. I'm sending you something in the general chat. Just look at this.
Clint Boyer is 41.
May 30th, 1979.
This is why I thought Jimmy Johnson wasn't going to retire this year before he actually said it. Look in the chat, Anthony. Look in the chat. Do you see anything yet? This is why I thought. You see this, Anthony? Are you looking in the general chat? There it is.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I thought that Jimmy Johnson was going to race until 2023. But nope.
Well, I'm not in the
See,
chat.
if I had your Jeep or Ford job, I probably would suck it up and go.
It was actually 2023, so they're gonna be there longer.
Such a car can't go down too many places.
Well, but they're.
I had to mute Tyler. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. By
Oh,
the
wait
way,
a second.
Somebody put in my chat that U.S. Navy sailors are being treated for injuries after ship catches fire at San Diego Naval Base. So there you go.
Oh, great. Lewis Hamilton won the F1 race, and I'm in Lewis Hamilton gear. Let's go. Woohoo! Yes. Get in there, Lewis.
But
So
I'm just saying, there's a lot of good racers in Xfinity right now. A lot of good young guys, and the sport has gone younger.
I think Hendrick Motorsports does not want, even if the sport's changing, I don't think they want another young guy that doesn't like. They've already got Byron. They don't even know if he's going to do well. So I'm pretty sure they would want somebody that they know.
So
I think they want somebody that they know.
So Keselowski.
Brad Keselowski. Denny Hamlin may be available. Did Denny Hamlin sign an extension?
I don't know. I don't think I can ever not race for Gibbs.
This is a whole new NASCAR. I don't think they want anybody that has experience.
Dude, but they gotta have a proven champion there. I feel because they got a bunch of young guns. Who's gonna mentor them? Who's gonna mentor them? They're just gonna come like aggressive.
They replaced Jeff Gordon with Willie Byron. Like, give me a break.
Yeah, but Jeff Gordon was like, come on, man. They still had Johnson then, and Kane. But... they didn't have Kane. Never mind. I was wrong about that.
And Alex Bowman. Alex Bowman of all people goes in the 88. Like, come on.
I honestly think
they were they weren't going to replace Jimmy Johnson if he didn't retire. Let's be honest.
I honestly think at this day and age, if Haley Deegan had found a good enough sponsor that would pay for her, she'd be driving Cup next year. You know.
If Kurt Busch retired and they wanted a Monster Energy driver, yeah, she'll be in Xfinity. And then Cup in 2 years.
No. Speaking of Monster Energy, she should just be a Monster Energy girl instead of a driver. Make her a lot more money, I bet you. Well, probably not.
I'm just saying that's how NASCAR is. You can buy your spot, and I think Brandt and Allgaier are definitely gonna take over that 48.
No, Riley Herbst, maybe. They should.
I keep forgetting about Riley Herbst.
NASCAR should have a super license system where you have to get enough points, like racked up by winning in lower series and getting championships, and you got to rack up enough points before you can get to the Cup Series. Because
if they ever go to
F1, it works
a,
where there's not like
league
teenagers
sponsorship,
getting into F1.
But not a driver sponsorship.
Yes, new leader. Let's go.
But you got to
Someone
remember,
other
like,
than Amarola. Let's go.
Like NASCAR doesn't run the league like the ML. It's they basically manage track.
Man, Bubba Wallace has sucked all day.
The teams are who's getting sponsored. The drivers is who's getting sponsored.
Yeah, but if you did something like that in F1, we'd have like 15 girl racers in F1, and then we'd have crashes all over the place because there's too many young people. That's what happens when you bring in young people. They can't, in Formula One at least, they can't race properly. If you bring them in too young, Max Verstappen came in at 17. He was good, but that's the only one.
I hear what you're saying. But you're going to see a time very shortly where Joey Logano is senior man on the circuit. Very soon.
No.
Very soon, Joey Logano will be the most experienced driver.
Hamilton's going to be the only champion in F1 if, as soon as Vettel retires.
Logano is barely 30. How many years does Harvick have left? Kurt Busch, Boyer, like
Kyle Busch.
There's no more. There are no old guys. Eric Almirola is barely 30.
The thing is, though, there's a lot of people that failed back then to get into NASCAR that caused the generation gap to become so big.
You know what
You
could be?
realize that this could be the first year ever that Kyle Busch is not in the playoffs?
Do you know what
How
the best
about that?
thing NASCAR did? You know
Wait,
what the best
what?
thing NASCAR did
What do you mean?
recently?
Kyle Busch is not in the playoffs. He is going to be in the playoffs, isn't he? He's in there.
He doesn't have a stage win yet this year.
Yeah, but he's still going to make the playoffs. Let's be honest.
When NASCAR basically limited the
Think he might
chances
have enough
of
stage
Cup
points?
guys
I'm not sure.
to race in Xfinity, listen to this. When they turned it to that, like, Cup guys weren't racing Xfinity anymore. You know what happened? Xfinity drivers got better. more
Kyle Busch
names
got worse
came out
because
and
he didn't have as much experience of tracks on years. You know what I mean?
last year and this year have been the best Xfinity years ever because we have so many young drivers. They make the races exciting. They take chances. They want to make a name for themselves. NASCAR is going to have a little bit of that in the next couple.
The thing
Oh,
is,
I'm
I
sorry,
would
Cup's
love
gonna
to
have
see it.
Cup is.
I would love to see it, but it's the teams. If the teams want to like have a car that you know is not going to crash every week, like you don't know, like somebody could come up to the Cup Series, you give them a 2-year contract, and they can crash every race. I mean, if you want somebody that you know your future is secure with, maybe like a Kyle Busch or a Brad Keselowski.
But those guys have rides,
Harvick.
and there's not that many.
Yeah,
that
but
are going to
somebody
become
like
free.
them.
You've got to
Somebody
start
like
at the.
them.
That's why Hendrick sucks right now. They have all these young drivers, but in a couple of years, they're going to not be young
Oh
anymore.
God,
They're going to have experience.
The hell no.
Yeah, but no, they're not going to get as much experience if they don't have some experienced driver to coach them on. So they
But
can't
you don't
learn.
think that
They can
Noah
only learn
Gragson,
so
Chase
much by
Briscoe,
themselves.
Justin Ogg, you don't think all those guys that are young, they're not getting their experience?
Nice.
That they can't come up to. These cars are not hard to drive. Like the transition is not that great.
But it is actually greater than some people think. Like, you're not just going to win in an Xfinity car and come to a Cup Series and just win, like, 15 races. Like Kyle Busch sometimes almost does. Like, you're not going to win 10
Reddick's
races
had a pretty
year.
good rookie season so far.
Yeah,
Reddick had a
compared
great
to-
year last year, and now he's in
Compared
Cup.
to
He's had a
Hamlin.
decent- but we know Reddick's gonna be good. Like, we know it. You think Richard Childress is worried about Reddick? Now I'd be more worried about who's driving that 3 car.
Yeah, well,
Because that guy's been in
Austin
the Cup
Dillon
for a while, and he's not doing it.
Austin Dillon's not that good. He was good in the
Thank
Xfinity Series. He was good in the Truck Series, but he's not good in the Cup Series.
Looks like
Wait, that
Bubba
just
Wallace
rhymed.
is going to lap down.
But
Oh,
you
wow,
don't
he
find
went a
that
lap
out
down.
until you bring him up. Like, I don't think
Yeah,
Noah
but-
Gragson is ready, but I think he may come up next year. Chase Briscoe definitely
I
should be
think they
racing in
might.
Cup next year.
Like, don't get me wrong, they probably will, but I don't think it's the smartest move. Because, like, you got enough young drivers there, and if somebody just screws you over, like, imagine how much more money you could get by better finishes if this person that you hire to your team crashes every race. I mean, you got to fix the cars. You're losing a lot of money. If they have good sponsorship, that doesn't really matter. But
How many races has Tyler Reddick crashed out? How many races?
I'm not talking
has
about Reddick.
Ryan-
I'm not talking about Reddick because
but
that's not the
those-
one
but
they're going to
that's
bring
who
in a
they are.
48 car.
Those
That's
are
not
the
who
young
you're
guys.
going to
That's
bring in a
them.
48 car. I'm saying if you bring the wrong person up, if they crash all the time, like if you bring freaking, who was it that kept crashing? If you bring somebody too inexperienced, they're going to crash a lot, and you're going to
Right. Do I think they should
take
bring
a
a Brandon
financial hit.
Jones? That's what I'm saying. Like,
Brandon
Riley Herbst is not ready yet, but there's guys who are ready. They're ready right now. Austin Cindric, Chase Briscoe, those guys are ready.
Those guys are ready, but Cole Custer, we thought he was ready, and then meh.
Yeah, Cole
Not
Custer's
very good.
13th right now. He's 13th. He's a rookie when has no practice and no qualifying. I think
Yeah,
Cole
no,
Custer's
well,
doing
he's
pretty
in a
okay.
Stewart Haas car, which is a top 5 car. At least
And he's
with
got the
somebody
fourth-
experienced
he's in
driving
the
it, like
fourth
with Kevin
car.
Harvick, which is the point. If all your drivers are rookies that are inconsistent, which is not what's going to happen at Hendrick because they got Chase Elliott and Bowman. If you put too many experienced drivers, you'll get the Stewart Haas lineup pretty much.
Well,
Like,
Bowman
they'll do
is the
pretty
most
much as well
experienced
as
Cup
that.
driver at Hendrick. Chase
though-
Elliott has got 4 years. Willie Byron has got 3 years.
And
It's not like they're
William
rookies
Byron has
anymore.
1 year less, and he's doing terribly.
Right.
Which
This
is-
is-
because-
I think it's a big
And what did we
mistake.
say? No practice,
probably-
no qualifying. They're struggling.
The series
Yeah.
has become
And
who's
we're probably not going to have that
Who has-
for a while because of the coronavirus.
the series has become a series of drivers who have money and are there. It isn't off the talent.
We need those old days back with the Earnhardt days. At
They're
least
not coming.
It's not possible. In
They're not
NASCAR.
coming.
Don't hold your breath. It's a different one.
F1 drivers, at least they've got talent. I'm pretty sure every one of them have talent because there's only 20 there. If you're putting like 40 drivers in the Cup Series, better chance that with less selection, there's going to be more, less talented people.
I think
If,
right
like
now
the 20 people, it's an easier choice, and you put more people in the sport. There's bound to be more people just wiggling their way into the Cup Series. That's why F1 lineup is great.
Was normal. If this Cup season was normal, you wouldn't have Denny Hamlin and Kevin Harvick with 4 wins. You just wouldn't.
I wouldn't say that. Hamlin had a good season last year too.
Right. But all I'm saying is it would be more spread out. Chase Elliott would be doing better. Willie Byron might be doing better.
Yeah.
Ryan Blaney might have more than 1 win.
Yeah, but they got
might
to
have grabbed
adapt
win
to
by
the
now.
situation.
Eric Jones,
this is going to happen sometimes.
Jones could have won.
Wow, extra long stop on the 18 there.
That's a liability, though. You can't just bring somebody into F1 and if it rains, they just crash off the track. Because it's going to rain sometimes, and they're going to crash off the track, and they're going to cost you some points. So if these young guys can't handle it this way, then
I don't know. I hear
not
you saying,
anything to do.
I think there's a lot more talent now in the younger drivers than there ever has been, but and that's because of like iRacing and people have more opportunities nowadays. But like Anthony said, sponsorship will always rule, and if a sponsor wants a guy, they want a guy, and a team wants a guy who has a sponsor. That's just how it works. So I actually have to go.
It depends on what ally wants.
I may pop on later in the middle of stage 3, guys. So good luck. Enjoy the rest of the race.
All right, man. Hey, we might have a caution out here, the 42.
That's Kenseth.
Kenseth.
Ruh-roh.
Third caution.
Right.
Oh, everybody's a lap down. Oh, no.
Oh,
no.
Hey, Keselowski. Oh, he was in the pits. Keselowski was in the pits. But Blaney's ahead
never
of
mind.
everybody.
Screw that. Forget it. They're back a little lap.
All right,
I
I'm
was
gonna mute
about
myself.
to
I'll talk
say,
you guys later.
are
right,
you
later.
freaking kidding me?
I think he just spun it trying to come downhill. Actually, no. He
He
might
have got backwards a little bit because those
Jimmy Johnson
arrow
Boulevard?
things.
Are you kidding me?
Those arrow things came up off of his car.
That's the arrow duct on the right, so left side.
It looks like he had a front one up too on his hood. Yeah,
And
once
he
you get
crashes.
slideways, those
He blows
things
a
come
tire.
up
He blew
right
a tire
away.
on the
Those
right,
are
on the left side. Oh my gosh! Oh wait, that wasn't even that close. Wait, guys, why aren't you turning to the bottom? There's much more room on the bottom, dude. You're not even going that fast. You gotta turn to the left. Because if you slid up the racetrack, he would have T-boned him. So.
Besides Matt Kenseth coming back, the only other thing that would shock the hell out of me is if Carl Edwards came back and drove for the 48.
He's not coming back. What if Mark
just
Martin
saying.
come back?
Well,
That'd
he
be
ain't.
awesome.
Mark Martin's old as shit. But Carl Edwards I think he's probably the same age as Harvick, right? Let me see.
Dylan
Alexa,
Kwasniewski to the 48.
how
confirmed.
old is Carl Edwards?
34.
Alexa, you
think.
suck. I'll have to type it in.
34, I think. I'm just gonna say. He's probably 34.
No, Carl Edwards is 40.
Oh. Okay, then.
Kevin Harvick is 44.
47. 47. What am I
So
saying?
the only shocker would be Carl Edwards showing back up. Take over the 40.
Nah, he's too far gone. Like Kenseth, even though he retired like in 2016, wasn't it? He raced in the 6th car after that. Edwards hasn't had any running like for a long time. I don't even think he's done any dirt races
Man,
either.
who remembers when he raced that 99 truck?
Who remembers when he raced the 19 and almost flipped at Homestead?
Yes.
That would have been hilarious. Wait, there's been people that flipped at Homestead. I'm pretty sure some driver died at Homestead as well. Not John Nemechek either. I know John Nemechek died at Homestead. I think it was Jeff Clinton died at Homestead. Jeff Clinton, because the roll bar decapitated him or something when he flipped because he didn't have the roll bar bent in.
This old Miss Coors Light girl, she's in the Burning It Down music video. Just saying.
Okay. Jimmy Johnson Boulevard looks cool. Oh, Hamlin. I'm just looking at his Instagram. He ran into Stenhouse.
all day. This website has not been working. I'm sorry, everyone out there.
What website? The NASCAR.
Yeah, the live
Frickin'.
leaderboard. Normally it works well. Like it works when you refresh the page, but then it like glitches up and then it goes.
Let's not put aside the fact with the young drivers thing that we're talking about. In F1 today, Charles Leclerc took out Sebastian Vettel. Literally, Charles Leclerc dove down the inside when they were 3 wide already. Took out Vettel and took himself out. Cost Ferrari probably millions of dollars there. Even then, Ferrari's already doing pretty bad, so.
I don't really watch F1.
Yeah, it was a dumb move, let's be honest. And because Vettel makes a lot of mistakes, if Sebastian Vettel did that to Leclerc, he would be getting like all the hate in the world. But since everybody likes Leclerc, they're like, oh, he just made a mistake. And Vettel would get crucified if he did that.
How are they doing over there in F1? Like, what's their age group? Are they like NASCAR where there's
Lewis Hamilton?
Veterans?
They're a lot younger than NASCAR. They're a lot younger. Lewis Hamilton's 35, I think.
Do you notice?
He's
Are
the
they the
oldest person
same
in the
way
sport.
too? Where they
wait,
have certain
Kimmy's
sponsors?
No, they're not the same way. The sponsors are to the teams.
Oh.
That's why it's such a good sport, because the sponsors don't get drivers in the sport. NASCAR freaking sucks when it comes to that. I hate it. Like, he could get paid drivers like Riley Herbst, Natalie Decker. God dang. Makes NASCAR just stand out as
You just made the list!
pretty balls-to-the-wall sport that doesn't actually work in the Xfinity Series.
Thanks for
Sorry,
the
the
sub.
Truck Series.
Let's see, who is it? Mia Lani. Thank you. So we got 3 laps to go. Can Brad Keselowski hold on to? Let's see how many stages.
Can the future 48 car hold on to the win?
Keselowski has 3 stage wins this season.
Has
2 race wins.
Does anyone realize that whenever NASCAR tries to like doing like adjustment to super speedway races to make sure that the cars don't get airborne, they still somehow get airborne. The only successful one
It's
was
not even due to the speed. It's not even due to the speed. It's the angle. And like, let's just say this. If you had a harder car like the Xfinity Series, if you had something on the back of the car, I know that would literally screw them up aerodynamically, but that under part of the spoiler, that causes a lot of flips. And then the fact that cars get off the ground from hitting the wall. I mean, if I hit a wall in my road car at road truck at like 80 miles per hour, my truck would get up in the air as well.
Those are all UPS trailers in the infield of Kentucky.
It's just the nature of cars that they get up in the air.
Wow, this drone is.
They're never going to change it.
Exactly, that's the thing. That's why we've had like 9 consecutive seasons with at least one flip.
Yeah, I mean, Kyle Busch is going 3 wide with Stenhouse. What is Stenhouse? Oh wait, that's not Stenhouse. That's Buscher.
You
4 wide at the restart. What are they doing? They can't get the lineup sorted.
Driving angry.
What the heck is going on? They got to get this lineup sorted because people are going 3 wide.
Well,
put the caution back out.
Cars could flip no matter what. I mean, I don't know what else they could do. Add a parachute or something.
That wouldn't even stop them from flipping.
Yeah,
that would make them flip upside down backwards.
Could be
because a parachute would pull them off the ground.
So, what was it now? Was it Dylan Bassett or was it the other one?
Oh my!
By the way,
Custer, come on, Custer.
Penske's almost 1, 2, 3 here.
Come on, Custer. No. Oh, my God.
Here we go. Final stage. Or stage 2. It's Keselowski.
Final stage.
He'll win his 4th stage.
Wait, that was the last lap? I thought it was a 2-lap dash. Okay, I was wrong. That must be why Keselowski didn't freaking side draft. Because he knew he was going to win the stage.
Wow, look at that.
I was like, that's a lap to go.
P3.
Christopher Bell gonna
Let's go,
get
Custer.
so we good?
I'm not back, but look at Custer
Let's
in third
go.
place. Just saying, we were just talking about him. He's in third
Right,
place.
right. Christopher Bell's
Custer's
P21
great, I
right
love
now.
him.
Let's see. Bubba Wallace P26. I wish this website worked, man.
How old is Bubba Wallace?
I don't know, but
30
Kevin
seconds.
Harvick's P22 right now after he was
about
running
26.
okay. Alexa.
Wow, he's younger than I thought.
How old
I
is
think
Bubba Wallace?
He's been dragging that car down the Cup Series for a while.
Alexa,
He's got
you
good
suck.
this year, but
I'd like
Wait.
to know what went wrong. If you want to give me more details, just say I have feedback.
Everything went wrong, Alexa.
I was right.
Bubba Wallace
Great laugh,
is
man.
26 years old. He's from
Yes, he's
Mobile,
26.
Alabama.
Mobile, not mobile.
Oh, my bad.
But-
My bad.
My bid like a freaking auction.
Hey,
Mobile,
so
Alabama.
my bad. Daryl's a junior. Yeah, I didn't know that. It's Daryl Bubba Wallace Jr.
Yeah, but wait, you didn't know. You didn't
I didn't know he was a
Okay,
junior.
I mean, I thought everybody knew that, but apparently some people don't.
No, why don't they put that on his name like Bubba
People-
Jr.?
They called him Brian Wallace. They called him Bubba Watson. That's what they've been calling him on TV shows. They don't know his name
Earl
properly.
Wallace Jr.
They called him
Bubba Wallace
They
Jr.
called him
Yeah,
Brian
he should
Wallace.
add Junior on there like Stenhouse does it. Why not?
Brian Truex Jr.
No, he shouldn't add Junior.
One of the greatest quotes of all time in NASCAR. Stage winner, MTJ.
Right.
Yeah, but that's not happening now.
My thing is, I don't know why he wants to go by Bubba. He should just go by his real name because all of a sudden, like,
He should do it now because people are so mad at him. He should just be like, he should go undercover and just change his name to Daryl again.
Identity
like,
crisis?
change his nickname.
I honestly don't get why people are mad at him. It could be the whole race thing.
They should
you know?
just instead of Dale, like
damn
like
thing
Dale
was
Jr. does it,
looked like a
they should
noose,
just call
man.
him Daryl Jr.
It's not
I think
his fault.
no, most people are mad at him because they think he planted it and caused
Think
all
it's
this.
a hoax?
It was really NASCAR who technically found
What
out.
I heard on Sirius
FBI
Satellite,
said
it
he did.
happened.
People are
happened,
just stupid and racist and
somebody
dumb.
made that last year, and it was one of the somebody from the Wood Brothers team. That's what they
It
were
was the
saying
21.
on Sirius
That was Paul Menard.
XM.
Wait, that wasn't Paul Menard. Yeah, it was Paul Menard last year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Who was the 21
Yes.
last year?
Yeah, it was Paul Menard. Yeah,
Okay.
because he just retired, and D Burrito just took over.
Oh my God! Why is my pop filter on my mic like falling everywhere?
So we got
This is
104 laps to go here this July 12th. It's 3:35 here in Wisconsin.
July 12th. Oh my gosh! Wow, what just happened?
I'm gonna be watching some Blu-ray movies tonight in my theater. I'm just gonna
35, yeah.
lay low.
Oh, is that Jimmy Johnson coming to the pits, or is that
It's
William
four-
Byron?
it's 4:35 here in New Jersey. Just got hit by a tropical cyclone.
New Jersey? That's where Mattiello's from.
It's 4:35
Just
over
got hit
here
by a
in
tropical
Georgia.
cyclone yesterday. We're all good.
Nice. Yeah, it's been nice weather here in Wisconsin. Very fluffy clouds out.
Rip.
Johnson P6.
Man, my scoreboard
Jimmy
isn't working,
Johnson.
so this kind of sucks. It looks like Eric Almirola is your race leader, followed by Ryan Blaney and Joey Logano.
Wait, what happened? Why is Ryan Blaney being interviewed right now?
It looks like Brad Keselowski fell all the way back to P16 after winning that stage.
Yeah, because he pitted because he used tire strategy to win the stage.
After 2015, Jimmy Johnson. This is the closest I've seen Jimmy Johnson come to possibly winning a championship.
Yeah, all Hendrick were doing well once we came back from the little break there, but now it's like they're kind of sinking.
Yeah, no, and Jimmy Johnson, if he didn't have that mistake at Darlington, the disqualification at Charlotte, and the missed race at Indianapolis, he would have been sixth in points. I'm pretty sure.
So he would have gotten into the playoffs in 2018 if
He would have gotten in.
if he didn't choke on the road.
If you guys got to use the restroom or get something to drink, go do it now. I'll be right back.
Oh, God. Oh man, he would have been so high up in the points. I just can't. I can imagine it, but I don't want to imagine it because it just hurts
People know
to
me
think
as Dale
about.
Earnhardt Jr.
He
race
could have
car
been
driver,
like
but there's more to me
7th
than
or
that.
8th in
In my
points.
office, they call me Boss Man.
Because
Got the
even with
talent
the
to close deals,
disqualification
do it
at
all with a
Charlotte
firm handshake.
and the
Gentlemen,
mistake at Darlington, he
To
was
others,
still 11th.
I'm Water Cooler Dale.
Did Johnson
Steve
still get the
hasn't
playoff
accepted my
waiver?
friend request.
He has really high standards.
And he doesn't check it that often. I'm friends with everyone but him in the office.
So, Steve,
about it. Don't worry about
Are
it.
you guys friends with him?
Oh no, we're friends with him.
I'm friends with him.
Yeah, he would have been
Protecting my
because he was
small business
11th
and more.
already.
Nationwide is on
So,
your side.
He lost. He didn't get any points at Darlington. He got 1 point at Charlotte. How many points can you possibly get at a race? Probably 100, maybe. $40 points. So he lost about 100, about 80 to 100 points. So he was 62 points. So Kyle Busch was 110. He would have been ahead of Kyle Busch and Almirola in the standings. And he would have been 7th in the points. But rip. That sucks. That's sad, man. What could have been? Oh my gosh.
Earnhardt takes the lead. And Earnhardt takes the checkered flag.
Where's he going?
I don't know. Hey, he's going hunting.
Man, I thought you'd never get here. You got your camo?
I never go anywhere without my real tree.
Man, what took you so long?
I had to drive 500 miles to get here.
I think how lucky I am to be a NASCAR Winston Cup driver, and how fortunate I am to have a great sponsor like Napa Auto Parts, because Napa understands quality and value, and the importance of having a friendly, knowledgeable staff. And it's at times like this, looking around at the empty grandstands and listening to the silence of pit road, that I realize I'm at the wrong track.
Known for its perfect storm of tiny bubbles, it has long been called the champagne of beers.
If you've got the time,
Welcome to the High Life.
we've got the beer.
All right, final stage.
Anthony, you were wrong. Brad Keselowski starting second.
Yeah,
Not
it's this
13.
live leaderboard, man. It's
should
still
not get
saying
NASCAR.
Ryan Blaney's second right now.
Ryan Blaney is second. Oh wait, first. Never
I'm
mind.
honestly gonna email whoever runs this thing and ask for a refund because
Refund. Wait,
Yeah,
do you
for-
even pay money?
yeah, I paid like over $100 for this NASCAR scanner.
Well, why don't you just use the online leaderboard that's free, and then you just
I
have
am.
the scanner?
Well, it's not working right now.
You literally didn't get it for one race, though. That's not a complete waste of money. It worked every other time.
So we got less than 100 laps to go here from Kentucky. No fans in the stands. Ryan Blaney will start off first. It's all Penske, 1 through 3. Fourth is Truex. Fifth is Alex Bowman. Can Bowman hold on here?
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Ooh, let's go racing today, boys.
What lap are you guys on? I'm on 168. Well, just like that, there goes Jimmy Johnson to 5th. 7th is Kurt Busch. 8th goes to D Burrito. 9th is Kyle Busch. Clint Boyer, everybody seems to think he's going to get the hell out of the 14 to make way for Kyle Larson, but I don't see it happening. He seems to be doing everything right. As we got Triple Cheese off of turn 4 a little bit further down the pack. William Byron stuck on the outside mid-pack where all the action is going on as Brad Keselowski's taking off from the group here.
Yes, I did.
Truex
Yeah, it's in the
to second.
container.
But here
Come
comes the
on.
12 on the inside.
Come on, 48 car. Let's go.
Jimmy
Third
Johnson
place,
to
Jimmy
P4.
Johnson. Oh, wait. Fourth.
Eric Almirola in 11th. Bowman falls all the way back to 11th.
Jimmy Johnson's third, not fourth.
Something's up with the right side of the 47.
See, look, Jimmy Johnson third. Here comes Jimmy Johnson to third. Boom! Jimmy Johnson third. Let's go. This is great.
By the way, Willis says, why is this race low-key boring?
Because Jimmy Johnson's in third.
I'm enjoying it. Probably just because I'm finally just chilling at home, not out driving around.
Because it's 3 old people in the lead. In the top 3.
Yeah, that could be too.
People want to see the young guns because they're so, like, absolutely, well, ageist isn't a thing, but they're prejudiced, I guess.
Prejudice against age. So let's get Bell up there, Custer.
No. Custer, only Custer. Because he looks older.
Oh, as 18 gets slideways off of 4.
Saves it. Saves it. Wow, what a save, but he hit the wall.
He's losing a lot of positions here. At least 10 cars going by the 18 now.
Kyle Busch sucks.
Damn it!
Cole Custer's passing him. Come on, Hamlin. Get up to the front. Whoa, what happened to the left rear tire of the 15?
I have no clue. They just
Who
tell
is using-
people to look out for things.
Who the heck is using the scanner? I can hear that scanner. Like it.
I am.
can hear it over
I gotta
everybody.
use it this way today. I'm sorry.
Oh, the 18 just lost it. Too high up in the groove. Lost it. Yeah, can you turn it down a little bit so we can actually hear ourselves or other people?
It's the official spotter.
Yeah, they have their volume too high. Oh, Truex to the lead now. At least that's what it looks like.
Normally I have it where you guys can't hear it, but the damn website isn't working today. I'm sorry, everyone.
Oh, the 18's about to get turned. Keselowski.
Let's see. Any dishonorable shoutouts? Bubba Wallace back there, P30.
Come on, Brad.
Matt Kenseth,
Yes!
25th.
Jimmy!
Kevin Harvick is
Jimmy's about to
23rd
get
right now.
second. Jimmy's about to get second. Wait, no, never mind.
William Byron, 20th. Eric Jones, 19th. Christopher Bell, P15. What do you know? He's having a good day.
Do you even do honorable shoutouts at all? Or do you just
let's
do
take a look.
dishonorable ones?
Oh wait, my mic's working.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Whoa.
Honorable shoutouts. Alex Bowman.
Jimmy
6th
Johnson,
right now.
third.
Yeah, he should be up there though.
But why? I feel like we're being a little bit too lenient to Johnson.
Okay.
We shouldn't be like happy that Johnson. We shouldn't be like ecstatic Johnson's third. He's a 7-time champion. He should be there all the time.
Exactly. That's
Like,
why
that's-
I didn't give him one.
So we've got very low expectations. And there goes Blaney.
And I guess
Johnson.
D Burrito in 7th right now.
I have pity for
Holy
Johnson
crap,
because he
Jimmy
has a
Johnson's moving.
he has kind of a bad car, but and then I don't because he should be outperforming that car anyway because he's so good.
Who's that?
I think it was that crash at Pocono that probably gave him an injury that they didn't find in the care center. He might have had like some kind of head injury or something, maybe a concussion.
Jimmy Johnson
don't-
has 2 top 5
Sure,
this whole season.
He might have had a concussion because honestly, Dale Jr. had a concussion and Jimmy Johnson literally said that sounds like allergies. And Jimmy Johnson says he has allergies all the time. Maybe he was a concussion that he thought was allergies, and that's
Looks
been
like-
why he's been performing bad.
Looks like
'Cause
they're
he's
gonna
had a
work on
concussion.
18 here. We got 90 laps to go.
I think that's honestly the most likely thing. Is that he's had a concussion that he thought was allergies. Why are they showing this NASCAR shop commercial where it looks like all kinds of people are watching NASCAR, even though it's
Yeah.
kind of a niche compared to all
Honestly,
the
never been in a single house with a bunch of people waiting for a NASCAR race to start.
These people probably don't even know what NASCAR is. They're like, hey, what is NASCAR? Because there's all girls and all guys. Like, there's just half guys and half girls. It's never gonna happen like that. You're not gonna have 20 girls over and 20 guys over. This is unrealistic. They're clickbaiting us with commercials. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure seeing like a bunch of people sitting in their house is not gonna make you want to buy some NASCAR merch.
All right, let's
How about
see,
show some racing, some Dale Earnhardt racing?
Who will win this week? Did anybody take Brad Keselowski? Let's have
I
a little
picked
look-see, shall we?
Jimmy Johnson third place,
D-Dog
Denny
Dan.
Hamlin first, and second would be who did I pick for second? I thought Jimmy Johnson was gonna be a bad pick, but I just had a feeling. I was like, I don't think I should pick Jimmy.
Guys,
but
D-Dog Dan took Brad Keselowski. Let's see.
I'm pretty sure nobody picked Truex.
That's it. Only D-Dog Dan took Brad Keselowski to win this race.
I had Denny Hamlin, Kurt Busch, and Jimmy Johnson. Where the heck is Kurt Busch?
I got Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Logano. Wah, 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 wah.
They should show hotter Hooters girls if they're gonna get people.
No, God!
They're
No,
not gonna
God,
risk their
please,
lives to
no,
get some
no!
terrible food.
No!
What could be more fitting?
You know what I mean? The whole catch of
What could be
Hooters is
more
that
special?
there's hot girls, and the wings are kind of okay.
Martin Truex Jr. to the lead here.
Oh, come on, Martin Truex. Get out of there. Anthony, what did you think of my picks?
Let's take a look.
I think Jimmy Johnson's a better pick than I thought he was. I thought either he's going to win this race or he's absolutely going to crash into the wall. There's no in between.
Today?
Hamlin's 10th, I think. Maybe 15th. He's just been laying back. Anything can happen. We saw it at Texas when Jimmy Johnson
And then you
was
got
leading.
Kurt Busch finishing second. Where is he today?
I have no freaking idea.
Let's take a look.
But he won last year, so didn't he win last year?
Jimmy Johnson.
Wait, what did I say about Jimmy Johnson?
No, not you, Jeff.
Oh.
Kurt Busch is eighth
Jimmy
right
Johnson's
now.
wind flap is about to come up off the car.
And then you took Jimmy Johnson to take third.
Yeah, I was thinking Jimmy Johnson's either going to have a great race or he's just going to have one of those Jimmy Johnson 19th place days that we've gotten used to. And this is P5. Yes, this is looking good. This could easily go my way.
He's been in the top 15.
But look, they're jinxing both of my picks. They're jinxing both of my picks with the first two picks.
Oh, Mike
They're
Joy's
Oh, no, I didn't
jinxing
forget my
Truex.
pick.
They're jinxing Jimmy Johnson and Kurt Busch.
Thought I forgot
Come
my
on.
fantasy lineup for a second. I forgot that I made it like 3 days before the race.
Whew. Man, I'm getting a little bit hyper.
Nobody took Truex to win either.
Dude, at least we had some good, like, heated arguments, and you could actually hear us. We were talking about Earnhardt and Johnson. At least
Right,
we
that was a good little debate.
Yeah, at least we were able to hear each other, unlike the times when this chat seems like the most popular place on Discord, and there's like 10 or 12 people in the chat. Can't hear anybody. It just becomes less personal. Where is Hamlin? Oh, 14th. Never mind. Well, let's just forget about this until he comes into the top 10.
Harvick was in 23rd. He's up to P15 right now, so that's good.
My lineup looks pretty good now. Although I could have switched Denny Hamlin and Bubba was.
Are you a big Dale Sr. fan? Why does your name do it for Dale?
Dale Jr. exists, so you could do it for that Dale as well.
Yeah.
Dude, it looks like it's about to rain, and it's looked that way for a while.
Imagine.
Imagine the scenes if Jimmy Johnson stays out and it starts raining, and Jimmy Johnson wins the race in rain. Everybody wants Jimmy Johnson to win, but then there's just gonna be this half of the fan base that's like, he got so lucky, he won on rain, he can't even win by on his own without the conditions.
This man has not been lucky.
It says it's 82 degrees at Kentucky Speedway and a heavy afternoon thunderstorm.
Oh, hell no.
Yes, come on, Hamlin, stay out and win this race on rain.
Kurt Busch situation.
Look, they're showing Hamlin. As soon as I say something about Hamlin, they're gonna show him. Well, let's jinx Hamlin as well. Let's just screw me out of $10 or whatever it is.
NASCAR Fantasy's screwed me over with the Benedetto.
The Benedetto.
I can't pick him from my lineup because it says that I used up all my uses. But although I only picked him this season, I've only chosen him twice.
Look, it's Corey LaJoie, as some people call him.
Say that they go to
Corey LaJoie. That's what Kirk Hammett's thinking about all the time. He's like, "Oh wait, where's my wall pedal?" And then he's like, "Oh wait, who is that? Corey LaJoie? What? Is that it? Did he steal my wah pedal?" If you don't know what I'm talking about, just listen to Kirk Hammett's national anthem at the Giants game in 2017, I think it was, or 2018, and look at the pedal he's using. He literally uses the pedal the entire time to play the guitar.
Still wondering how Riley Herbst finished second.
When?
Xfinity Kentucky race, the first one.
Wait, he finished second? Are you kidding me? What a joke.
I think he finished in the top 5 or top 10.
Look, Stenhouse is about to go a lap. Wait, yeah, he's about to go a lap down. Custer's about to go a lap down.
That's a lap down. Oh god.
Wait, what? Custer's about to go a lap down? Are you kidding me? Does that mean Hamlin's a lap down? Oh wait, that's not Custer. That kind of looked like Custer for a second.
That's probably
We've had Jimmy Johnson having good days. He had a good day at Chicagoland. He had a good day at Texas. He had a good day at freaking Las Vegas until he got crashed out by Kurt Busch. Well, he got hit by Kurt Busch and they both blew tires. Yeah, just recently he's had a lot of good days. Bristol, another Bristol, third place both times. He could have won a lot of races, like Charlotte as well. Darlington.
Definitely. But
so basically, I think I've done the math. I've already done the math. Jimmy Johnson would have been 7th in points ahead of Kyle Busch if all those races that he had bad luck in, like Darlington, Charlotte, and Indianapolis. Indianapolis, he didn't even go there, so he lost 80 points. If he had done good in all those races, he would have been 7th in points ahead of Kyle Busch.
If we had the regular chase format and not the playoff format, would Kyle Busch even still have a chance?
No, not really. Well, yes, actually, he would be 7th in points because, pretty much it is how it is.
If only they added the iRacing series and added the points from that onto.
Oh man! Well, then they wouldn't have. That would have sucked because iRacing. Look, Jimmy Johnson, iRacing glitches sometimes. You're not gonna have a glitch decide the championship for you.
Yeah. If they did do that, oh my.
No, they can't do that because they didn't tell the drivers about it beforehand. If they told the drivers about it beforehand, then it would be possible. But since they didn't do it and some of the drivers didn't take it that seriously, then some people are gonna. That's not fair to people because you didn't tell them, so you can't do it. And plus, they didn't keep the points anyway. Come on, Hamlin. Pass Custer. Oh, wait. Buster's past Hamlin? Are you kidding me?
It's kind of funny.
This is an extra long crank it up here.
His daughter shut off the TV with her.
Yeah. What if his daughter decided the championship against him? That'd have been terrible.
Where did he even throw the?
It was crazy that she did that.
Wait,
But why didn't they just turn the TV back on? Come on. There's got to be a button on the TV and the screen monitor.
All the remotes, put them in a box, lock the box, and I don't know where he threw it.
He threw them up to the loft.
Hey, what did that guy say? He said MTJ. What was your favorite quote again?
Stage winner, MTJ.
Yeah, and he fucking said it, and now look at this. You jinxed us, man.
Oh.
Well,
Truex, the only Toyota in the top 10. Denny Hamlin's way back in P14.
13th, actually. I beg your pardon. Actually, maybe it's 14th now.
Eric Jones
Buscher's ahead of
17th,
him. So.
And Christopher Bell 20th.
Kyle Busch, last car on the lead lap right now. He's going to go a lap down soon.
I'm going to say...
I kind of feel bad for Kyle Busch, but then I don't.
Dude, Stenhouse has had a shitty day. I recently called him Mr. Excitement because he's always trying to force shit, but he's really struggled here.
Two drivers.
Dude, that sounds like a sex abuser. He's always trying to force stuff.
The two drivers do.
We'll ask Danica whenever she stops by here.
Oh, God.
Matt Kenseth 25th, Kyle Busch 24th.
Crazy. Oh, stuffed crazy bread. That looks so tasty. Oh my God, little Caesar.
The two drivers that I think have, I definitely think have a chance to go for Rookie of the Year are Tyler Reddick and John Hunt.
And Cole Custer, actually, recently. Cole Custer.
Yeah, he's been having some good runs.
Yeah, Eric Almirola could crash. That would be nice, because he's having some good runs as well. Ultimate Tag. This show's overrated, I bet.
Why weren't they wearing masks, man? Anybody else got a Menards commercial?
Save big money at Menards? Nope.
No, I had the dancing bitch portion.
Oh yeah, I'm getting dancing people.
Eric Jones,
some ugly person dancing.
Nice.
Eric Jones.
Where
did he come from, guy?
Confused says, unfortunately, I'm going to miss the All-Star race. Hope you guys get pictures of the underglow.
Feel the joy of movement.
Dude, that shoes cone rule, I hope they keep that for every race. That'll be awesome. Like, everybody lining up on the outside, single file restart, that would be awesome. Because then some people get a bad run, and then we'd have 4 or 5 wide. And maybe they wouldn't wreck on some of those stupid restarts, like the crash. You'd have everybody starting on the outside, but you get a single file race. That would be awesome.
Do you guys ever think that NASCAR's gonna add a track with or at least 5 lanes?
They could add Malaysia.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. They could add that track.
They could add a lot of Formula 1 tracks like Coda.
I would like Interlagos. I don't know if you guys ever seen that track.
Yeah, no, Interlagos is great. You saw the race last year in F1?
No.
Interlagos with what?
I went on iRacing last year and did laps around there. I streamed it. It was fun as all hell.
Not working.
We heard you for a second there. Interlagos is it in South America? Let me look. Sounds like the Guitar Hero's mic is messed up.
Me?
Or like he can't talk. It's in Brazil. It appears. Like the track layout is amazing. It's almost like
spun earlier?
It almost looks like it's a stadium. You see what I'm saying? Like, look at this.
Oh shoot! Somebody died at a racetrack. Who the heck was this?
When?
Oh, one of the drivers.
Today?
Yeah, it was last night, I think.
Ball Yuzo. Wow, Ball Yuzo. Wow, what?
Somebody's trolling you. Sounds like you're saying ball user or something.
Yeah, I know. That's his name. That's literally his name. That's literally his name. Sean Ball. That is. I hate to laugh. That sucks.
That's sad.
Yeah, the storm clouds are moving in. Everyone, look at that.
My dad works.
Yeah, I jinxed it, not glinked it. Wow.
My dad works at Phoenix Raceway, and ISM when it happened, but he went to like down the at middle of the track, and there was this guy who was like drunk, and I think he like passed out because he was so drunk. I was like,
Yeah,
oh
the
my
last
gosh.
time I was at Chicagoland,
There's been
Jeff
fans
Gordon
on the
was
racetrack
racing.
at F1 races.
Last time I was
fans
there-
jump on the racetrack.
Last time I was there, Jeff Gordon was racing, and there was a drunk Jeff Gordon fan sitting next to me. Every time he would by, he's like, "Yeah, go, yeah!"
That's gotta be a gift right there. That's gotta be a gift.
I felt sorry for him because he had 2 young kids with him and a wife all sitting next to me, and Daddy's going crazy.
Video, the worst spotter ever. where he's like,
Quitting pitch track.
And where the drivers in the spotter videos like, you guys tell me who's outside.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? It's gonna come to a time.
Jimmy
where-
Johnson, the pit road.
I'm telling you, like, this guy was drunk, man.
It's gonna come to a time where NASCAR's gonna add DJ1 to every track.
We're gonna get to a point where NASCAR drivers start dying again because the safety's getting better, but they're getting more and more crazy with the
It's
safety.
going to more extreme levels of accidents.
Yeah. As soon as if they make these cars like untouchable, then the driver's gonna feel all the like impact.
Before they're gonna.
That's why the car gives away. That's why pieces give away. And if they're gonna go to solid bodies, then the drivers are gonna get hurt more.
Well, since they added PJ1 to Kentucky, which track do you guys think is next?
Bristol. Well, Bristol's already Sonoma.
Oh my god.
I don't get
Yeah.
how it
No, that's
works.
not-
Really,
that's
it's
not
like
even
a
a part of the
sticky
track, that's the whole
substance,
track.
but it shouldn't like whatever.
Sticky substance. Stop sounding cryptic. That sounds really weird.
Actually,
I'm
to
just
be
saying-
completely honest,
If the tires
So the
are
PJ1
hot,
is just a bunch of cum on the racetrack.
you might just add
That's such an
PJ1 to
ASMR.
Nashville. They might add PJ1 to Nashville. You're on like the middle groove or the top groove.
Oh God, Logano. Joey Logano. I almost
I'm
said
gonna
it.
chop the hell out of
I almost
Tristan.
missed.
they should just add it everywhere.
Uncontrolled tire. Isn't that tire went? Oh, never mind. It came back.
Put it on the high lane at
I was about to say,
Auto
let's put
Club.
Jimmy Johnson. I'm done.
Put it in high lane at Michigan.
Logano's 8th, I guess.
Yes,
If it
Michigan.
even works, well, it's obvious it works. The drivers want to try to stay in.
Put it at the top lane at like freaking Texas, like all around the exact top lane. Let's get a Homestead, Texas race.
Top lane at Michigan. Michigan would technically be a super.
No, they need somebody to ride across the wall with the hard-bodied cars to warm that groove up so people can actually go up there without spinning. And then they can get the traction compound to come in, and then they can race right at the top.
Just put it every track
I mean,
from here
Michigan
on out.
technically does count as a super speedway, but they just
Have you guys seen DAS by Mercedes? That the thing where they pull the wheel back and the tires turn inward?
Oh god,
Yeah.
No.
that's not right.
Yeah, no, they pull it in and then the tires turn. Oh, by the way, Mercedes F1 actually replied to my comment. I said something about, I think I put it in the general chat. Instead of Bottas mowing service, we need Bottas towing service, and they put a happy crying face.
They're gonna do the thing like they do at Monaco, just lift the cars up by a crane off the racetrack.
No, Valtteri Bottas, he went off the track and we went across the grass, and he said, "This thing mows lawns better than my lawnmower," and then somebody put it on the map, and then Mercedes said something about it, and I said something about Bottas towing service. We need that today instead of Bottas mowing service because it was raining hard at that racetrack. And I was like, yeah, if we get cars on the track, we need Bottas towing service.
It's not
and
gonna
they like that.
It's not going to come to a time where NASCAR is going to eventually add.
It was the real Mercedes F1, by the way, the actual Formula One team.
When is the next F1 race? And are they on TV?
Yes, they're on TV on ESPN every race. Next week is going to be Hungary, and then the week after that is the British Grand Prix.
Sunday at 8:10 a.m. You know what? If people are down, we should do a reactions for that race.
Let's do a reaction, but don't use the audio from the race because just use Planet F1 leaderboard. And don't turn your TV up or whatever you watch it on. Don't turn it up because the audio could get it banned.
I'm gonna
but I do
bookmark
it a lot.
Through an infringement.
It would be fun to react to an F1 race because it adds.
Yeah. I've never watched it, so it's gonna be a whole new thing.
You get like tons of views, and then you probably understand it better because I know a lot about F1. I could help you to understand it.
Look at this, 17 racing next to that 10, pretty close.
I keep thinking that
50 laps to go
for some
here.
reason. It's been a week since I watched this.
Won't come to a time where NASCAR is gonna eventually add rain tires, right?
No.
They do that at Road America and Ohio and stuff, and everywhere.
I don't think they'll do it on super speedways because.
So what do you got? So what manufacturers do you guys think are gonna probably come into the sport once Gen 7 is out?
Ferrari.
Honda.
Ferrari. I'd like to see that though.
And the Ferrari of Sebastian Vettel goes into the wall.
Does Honda have
It's Vettel. He said it himself. It's not Vettel. It's Vettel.
Imagine Subaru.
I would like to see Dodge come back.
Yeah, what if Vettel joins NASCAR after he can't find a ride for 2021?
Honestly,
oh, that would be awesome.
If they had like 20 teams,
Except if Lewis Hamilton joins it as well after he gets 8 championships, he's like, oh, I'll get 8 in this sport as well.
You know what
I can imagine Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel crashing into each other because they have the exact same amount of speed.
It's gonna become Jimmy Johnson.
You know what I would think would be cool is if you had
Fernando Alonso to NASCAR.
Is if you had 20 different teams and each team was a different brand, like Ford, Chevy, Honda.
How about this?
Mitsubishi,
Each team had a NASCAR driver, an F1 driver, and a rally driver. Let's go, and an E driver or whatever, a virtual driver, sim racer.
Do you guys know Joe Gibbs does motocross, like supercross, like indoor, AMA?
Did you know Haas does Formula 1?
Yeah, I have F1 2019.
Well, that's not why you should know it does Formula 1. You should know it by the actual.
Did you buy F1 2020? Is that what you said?
Not yet.
Okay.
Hey, you know when those meme videos where they say something and then distortion is like, this Sebastian Vettel crashes out like that. I love it when they do that. I can do that with my mic, but I just put my mouth close to my mic and then it just distorts itself.
No,
Ferrari. It's like that KFC and watermelon. It's like great soda.
Oh, we got smoke from the 15.
Oh, the 15 cars up in smoke. I'm trying to commentate and sound enthusiastic, but this is kind of boring. Who cares about the 15 car? Hey, Johnson's gonna be in the lead, you guys. Johnson's gonna. Oh wait, never mind. Dude, I thought he would pass Blaney because he had so many laps on fresh tires, but of course he doesn't pass Blaney. He didn't even pass Kurt Busch. Are you kidding me? Kurt Busch hit it later and passed him.
Fresh tires should matter more in NASCAR. Come on, boys.
I like that Chase Elliott's car. I like that gold front end.
They should make the tires go off like very fast so that they actually matter when it comes to pit stops.
I don't mind the look of the 14.
What if
That
now?
dog's the dog's like, hey, can you feed me once in a while?
I hate when they do that video like save these pets and they have the pets like crying and everything. It's so sad, but then you realize the cameraman could just give them some food.
Yeah, you're right. They're like, no, let's not feed them anything. And
yeah, let's just make it.
Oh, the angel.
Help these dogs. Only 1 cent a day. Come on, guys. Just turn the camera around. Put it in selfie mode.
Like, the dog, the cameraman's recording him, like, while eating a Slim Jim. The dog's, like, hungry as all hell.
Yeah. Or either they're just acting like he's hungry and the cameraman just fed him, like, some freaking treats or something. It's, like, unconvincing either way you put it.
I never thought about it that way, but yeah.
It just made me think about those commercials. I usually be sad when I watch them. Now I'm just all angry.
Cole
like,
Custer,
on,
P1,
dude.
William Byron, 2nd. Christopher Bell is 3rd. What is this, 2025?
Where everybody comes to it.
Harvick still racing in 2025. He's racing P4.
Johnson's still racing in 2025.
Wow, who would have thought?
That's crazy. to see
Jimmy
that.
Johnson to the lead of the 2025 NASCAR Grand Prix here at Watkins. Oh,
We're
wait.
at Kentucky with Underglow and DRS.
We're in Kentucky.
At the Milwaukee Mile.
I was gonna say here at the Circuit of the Americas to make it funny, but I said Watkins Glen instead. I wanted to find a road course. I wanted to think of a road course that I could make it funny with, but it just went off. It just came off as like me just trying to be funny, and it didn't work.
41 laps to go here. 40.
Oh wow, 41 laps to go, and the 41's leading.
Hopefully you guys. Okay. What is any of your guys' favorite paint scheme of the year?
My favorite paint scheme of the year is the black Mercedes, the Black Lives Matter Mercedes.
I like that one
love
Harvick
that
used
car.
with the
It's
like
beautiful.
4th of July.
Yeah,
Anthony, do you have a paint scheme? Do you have a paint scheme? Chat in your Discord, like an actual just regular paint scheme, and not in our 2003 or iRacing paint scheme thing. Because if you do, I will actually send you this. I'll just send you in the general chat instead then. You've seen the Mercedes this year, right? You've seen the F1 Mercedes? The black one?
No, not at all.
Okay. Mercedes, I think it's the Mercedes. Oh my god, I forgot what the little end thing was.
Oh, we got
Mercedes.
caution. We got caution out.
Caution
I
out
think
where?
I just heard him say put it out. Yep, 38 to go. We got caution.
What happened?
Dude,
I
I'm
don't know
so.
who it is. Somebody's in the wall.
Dude.
It's the 3, Austin Dillon.
I respect Mercedes a bunch more now that they actually responded to my Instagram comment. It was so funny.
Because it wasn't facing, it was towards you.
Austin Dillon goes around.
I don't like Hamlin at all, but I actually kind of feel bad for him last week after they screwed into the wall.
Last week he got screwed over by
Facing towards
stupid
you.
Goodyear.
I know.
Goodyear sucks. Why couldn't they bring Pirelli into the sport?
15 also has left rear down.
Pirelli, man. Pirelli's so good in Formula One.
Yeah, I know.
They should bring the soft, medium, and hard
What
tires.
if NASCAR ran an air package where they're literally looking like F1 or Indy cars and just have the tires just sticking out, so it looks so weird though. But they run so much better. That'd be crazy.
Okay, so Mercedes, what is that car called? 2020 car. I think it was called the W10 last year. Maybe it's the W21.
Is anybody looking forward to the return of baseball?
No, I don't watch baseball. I used to love baseball and play it, but I don't watch it.
Same. I used to like hockey too.
Literally, Renault, a team in F1, has protested Racing Point for copying Mercedes 2019 car, which if they actually copied it, would be it would be against Mercedes intellectual rights, and it would be illegal, and so they would have to change the car.
Oh, so caution came out
Austin
and then
Dillon.
Dillon spun himself out. Accidentally, it looks like.
Wow, rig up.
Yeah, that would be cool. Don't like them that much though, but be cool to have them.
Here we go. Why is freaking Buzz ByteSense on my computer telling me I need to freaking change them?
So,
ByteSense.
Daryl Waltrip used to say, "Cautions breed cautions." Do you guys think one more will come out after this?
Yes.
Yes, but it will be
kinda
due
think
to
so, too.
it will be due to Ricky Stenhouse Jr. spinning into the wall.
Wow, who's going
Anthony,
to
right
rattle
now?
off a pit road?
Right,
Two
look
tires,
in the
no tires.
look in the general chat, Anthony. Look in the general chat. What? Be watching. I'm about to send it. Where's the screenshot? Right now, Anthony, in the general chat. Add a comment. Merch. Here we go. It's there now. You see it?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful. They're saying something about the guy that died.
Under caution. Under caution.
Wife Terry. Terry's a girl name. What?
What?
Okay.
Who?
Somebody's wife is named Terry.
I saw a woman
Sean
named
Paul
Terry before.
Paul Luso. Wow.
There's a woman.
Straps. Oh no! I pressed. Oh my god. I'm an
Did you guys
idiot.
like that
Complete
fight,
idiot.
for the Xfinity series Friday night between Gregson and Burton?
Modified divisions, modified Langley race 2. Let's search this in YouTube.
Who watches YouTube? Have any of you guys ever
This week.
subscribed to my channel, YouTube channel?
Was it the
Probably
wheeling
not.
modified
But keep it going, man. You never know.
I'm gonna start doing a gaming channel on like Heat 4. Well, it's now.
Dude, wait a second. Did I reach 900
well,
subs?
no, I don't
gotta
know
see
if
this.
you guys can make a YouTube channel, because if you start making money, you got to get paid, you know?
Start making money, you gotta get paid. What do you mean?
Well, if you start making money with your videos, then you got to like make an account, because they want like your social security number and all this stuff for tax.
Well, you
related
don't
stuff.
have to really. You could just leave that money there until you put the money and you put the account in.
892 subs. What? Why aren't people asking me what happened? I don't know what happened.
I only have 30 subs.
Holy crap.
30 subs. Subscribers.
I've got 892.
You should do like a video called Road to 100K or Road to 1K.
Road to 1K.
Maybe I just put a live stream with a live sub count up there.
Yeah, you should.
It'll be like a day behind though, because Social Blade only has like, it updates after a day. So it said I had 872 yesterday when I had 880, and then like at 9 o'clock last night, and now I'm at 892, which happened all last night because most of my viewers are foreign, because I do crash videos pretty much all the time. Whoa, Custer almost got spun.
I would love to see that happen.
Who was the 41 last year?
That was Suarez.
Oh yeah, what the heck am I thinking?
Speaking of Suarez, where is
I keep
he
forgetting
at right
that
now?
Probably.
P24.
Oh wow, I forgot it. Suarez was even racing.
That's Suarez experiment.
I do stop motion, and I don't even put him in this series because he's in such a low team. Like, he was really good at Stuart Haas, and now
He won the Xfinity Series championship, and then he just cast it out to the side.
I want that, or I was about to get that die cast, but then I found a different car back there. Because I was at Target or something, and I saw it. I was like, ooh! But then I saw another car, and I was like, I'm gonna get that. Besides, I didn't really like Suarez as much back then.
Confused says, I hope Almirola has a chance here, but I doubt it.
How cool would that be if Brad Keselowski won? Because, you know, Cindric was running the same exact pace team. He'd be like a 2 for 2 at Kentucky. Do you guys know in like 2015 the KFC car ran by David Reagan?
Yeah, I remember that.
How funny would that be if we won at Kentucky? It'd be like KFC at KFC. Or Kentucky at, or KFC at Kentucky. I mean,
Yeah, somebody died in a modified race. There you go.
Monster Boss says, I know this is kind of early, but anyone have a prediction for the championship this season?
Denny Hamlin or Kevin Harvick.
Yeah, one of the dynamic duo.
The big two.
I think the final four is going to be the big picture. So it's going to be Hamlin, Harvick, and Joey, maybe? I don't know.
I think this
The
would
big
be...
picture is not Hamlin and Harvick because they're going to retire soon. The big picture would be Chase Elliott, the Bowman, freaking Custer, and Reddick. That's the big picture. So
I think it would be great for Harvick's career to pick up his second championship here.
Also, it'd be great for Hamlin's career to actually pick up a championship that he's deserved. Last year and 2010, was it? Or 11? That he got beat by Jimmy Johnson when he was leading the championship.
How many wins does Hamlin have?
40, I think, or 28 or 29, 30 something.
How many wins does Mark Martin have?
Like
60 maybe. Wow, I'm not even near. Denny Hamlin, how many
I want to
wins?
say like somewhere in the 70s.
He was apparently 93rd in the 2013 championship, according to Wikipedia.
Wikipedia could be a liar.
No, he wasn't 93rd. There's not even 40. There was only 43 cars. He ain't 93rd.
Wikipedia is a liar.
Denny Hamlin. Look, if I search Denny Hamlin, the first thing that comes up: Denny Hamlin face mask, Denny Hamlin daughter, Denny Hamlin mask, his net worth, his wife, and his house, and his age.
I
and
would
his
search
car.
up why Hamlin's such a.
Why are people so like perverted towards Hamlin's wife? Just because she was a dancer doesn't mean you have to search.
Wait, hold
His
on.
freaking wife.
I've never seen Denny Hamlin's wife. No.
His wife is Jordan Fish.
No.
Hold up.
Why isn't her last name Hamlin?
Well,
Divorced
wanted her last
because
name to be
Hamlin's
Fish.
douche.
I put Denny Hamlin Fish.
Denny Hamlin Fish.
I mean, Hamlin does have a fish face.
What? That's not even true. Hamlin has a
Yeah, she
has a
ain't
face
bad.
that I want to emulate. I want to have a beard, man.
What
Did you
was
guys see
she
that mask
before?
that he
Was
had
she
at,
like a
was it
Monster
Boston?
Cup girl or something?
No, she was a basketball cheerleader.
Did you guys see the mask that he had at Darlington this year?
Yeah, we all saw that, and we all can't get it out of our minds. And I wanted to buy that mask to wear it to school.
Just to, well.
I'm gonna get a mask that looks like that. There is a mask that looks like that. Hey, iAnthuny, I said 40 wins. How about this? 41 wins. I was the closest. Yeah, that's how many. Is that more than Harvick?
That's gotta be fake. Hamlin does not. Hamlin, I think, has like 30.
No. Wins. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
53 wins for Harvick. 53. Mark Martin probably has like 60 or something. I guess so, yeah. 96 career wins. Oh, wait, that's the top 3 series. Never mind.
Which one do you guys prefer? Do you guys prefer,
35 career wins for my.
Oh, wait, did I just say Michael Waltrip? Mark Martin?
I mean, you could have.
Oh my god, I was about to say Michael Waltrip. No way he has 35 career wins. Ow.
Which one do you guys prefer, NBC or Fox?
On a good day, Fox, but on a normal day, NBC. It's not the commentary either most of the time. The commentary's good on both of them. I know Jeff Gordon's have been lackluster, but the thing is with Fox, they don't show a lot of the angles because they don't have as many people around the track, and their personnel. Basically, NBC was always going to be better in their first race back because
Boogity! Ooh, let's go racing today, boys!
I bet all the Fox guys are tired. Wait, is Keselowski in third right now? Is Kurt Busch and Keselowski side by side? Where are you? Where's the leader at right now for you? Okay, I'm literally 3 seconds behind you. Oh, Jimmy got hit. Jimmy just 24 just hit Jimmy, knocked him out of control. Oh, Jimmy Johnson got hit by the 24, and now the 24's hit somebody else.
Like, he was a top driver.
Oh my gosh.
But Johnson took a big fat L.
Hey, Johnson literally gained 3 positions on the restart. He didn't take no L. Oh, Keselowski up the track. Jimmy Johnson 3 wide. Jimmy Johnson cuts in front of Byron. Jimmy almost turned himself on the nose of William Byron. Let's be honest. We all love having Jimmy Johnson back in the 48 car. With Allgaier in there, it just wasn't the same.
Allgaier just failed.
Let's be honest. If he had just stopped on pit road when that happened instead of trying to avoid it, he would have only got rear end damage and would have been able to continue the race. But you don't think about that in a split second. You just think about trying to avoid it. Oh, Jimmy Johnson to the inside of Kevin Harvick. And Johnson goes to third.
Logano,
Look at this, my pick. My pick for third. My pick for third's in third, but none of my other picks are close except for Kurt
Come
Busch.
on, Johnson.
He needs
Dude,
to be second.
Guys, if Johnson wins this race,
Shut up! Don't do that to Johnson. Oh, Danny Hamlin into the wall.
3
Oh,
wide.
wait, that's not Hamlin.
No, if
He
Johnson
almost
wins
put
this
somebody
race,
in the wall.
If Johnson wins this race, I'm gonna order that diecast. I like that ally car.
Yeah, but don't jinx him now, please.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, if he wins it, then I'll
Yeah,
put it.
if everybody else in the field wins, there you go. They're all jinxed.
I mean, I like the ally car anyway.
Yes, he did it in the start of the season as well. He was pretty good at the 4th race of the season, and then his season stopped. See, he was 4th in the standings when the coronavirus hit, and he would have been 7th if he didn't have all those mistakes and bad luck, and if he didn't miss that. He was literally 100 points above the cut line, even with pretty much 3 huge mistakes. And 1 disqualification. That shows how good he was doing already, and how bad everybody else was doing. Oh my goodness! There's a huge gap from Blaney to Jimmy Johnson. 1 second. And have a second. And the 99 has turned over Brad Keselowski. And we have a caution. That was perfect. And we have a caution, and now we have a caution.
We have a caution? No.
I was just about to say, and we have a caution, but now we do. Like, you heard me. I was saying the 99 has turned over Brad Keselowski, and I was like 1 second away.
Oh.
If you put M on the front of his last name, it would be meme check. Which is what I do pretty much every day. I meme check. That would be a much cooler name as well. John Hunter meme check. He blows it. Was that him on fire on the wall? What was that fire I saw? Or was that dust? Wow. That was just... I think he was on fire and he put the inside of the fire extinguisher on the inside of the car.
I don't know. All I know is I see him just his nose is bashed in.
Oh shoot, it is getting down to the end of the race. I didn't think this was crunch time, but it is crunch time.
Like hit the front end.
Jimmy Johnson comes down pit road, I'm telling you that.
Whoever goes down pit road, everybody else. A lot of other people are.
Come on, Jimmy. No, Jimmy didn't pit.
Did you guys see the 20?
Kyle Busch was real with us for once.
Damn it!
You guys deserve better. Oh, look, the 38's going down pit road, obviously.
Dun dun dun.
No one could have expected this. A wild 38 car appears on pit road. We don't know what for, but we assume it's from the car damage. The 88 has come on pit road, having a crappy day, but he changed his 4 tires. Let's see if he can get back to the front. Kyle Busch. I hope his tire falls off, and he spins into the wall. Doesn't get hurt, but just spins into the wall and is out of the race.
It's the 6th time this
month.
Kevin Harvick. Oh, who cares about Kevin Harvick?
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
Donald Trump
cares about Kevin?
probably is going to win every race other than the election.
He's probably gonna win the human race.
Let's be honest, he's not going to win the human race.
Yes, he will.
But he is a racist. Yeah, honestly, to be honest, some of the things he's done, like a lot of the things he's done, have been great. Like, but he literally, if he wasn't so like sticking to one plan, if he like, there's a few things that he could change, and then he'd immediately be reelected. But he's so like egotistic that he doesn't want to change things. Like if he stopped tweeting and stopped doing all that, people would probably like him more. But he just wants to do it because he doesn't want to accept the fact that he's defeated in anything. Like if he didn't do some of this stuff, like if he could easily win this election. Like if he comes out and says Black Lives Matter, he's gonna win the election. I bet you he will. But
Yeah,
then
he'll never do that.
his white supporters would probably be mad. But then again, his white supporters are just going to support him all the time. The thing is with Trump, like I'm just saying this, he could easily win this election if he was just smart enough to if he was actually not so egotistical that he could actually change something. He thinks if he changes something, it's going to look like him being defeated. And like him having to give in to the
Why the hell are we talking politics?
Yeah.
We're stuck as the people that have to deal with it.
We're stuck as that dogmobile on the commercial.
The Democrats
I literally
and
just
all
started
that
watching
better
the race again.
were masked for 8,000.
The 38 car. Oh wait.
Holy crap.
The whole country hasn't changed. Just look at the hate Bubba Wallace has gotten. Freaking Bubba did nothing.
because that didn't affect him.
What? Come on, dude. Come on.
Dude, I'm not looking forward to going to school.
I'm so scared for this restart. I
hope Jimmy Johnson spins
Shut up!
just
Oh,
so
wait,
I can laugh at him.
Okay, jinx him like that. Yes, jinx him.
Guys, I'm like so far behind. It just came back off of commercial.
I'm watching it online, so I don't get commercials, kid.
Come on, man.
Stop showing a jukebox in Victory Lane. We get it. It's there.
2 pounds. No, I'm kidding. It's like 8
I think I could jukebox it. It definitely has some kind of effect on the outside, like the ring.
When is the last time Kentucky did a day race for the
Anthony,
Cup?
you're gonna so spoil this if something good happens, and you're just gonna. You're a little bit ahead. God dang it.
Boogity, boogity,
Green
boogity.
flag.
Ooh, let's go racing today,
Me and Anthony
boys.
are the fastest. Me and Anthony are the closest to that. Oh, he actually did. Keselowski turned him. That wasn't Jimmy Johnson's fault. Let's be honest. Brad
Green
Keselowski was
flag.
already under him before the green flag.
Are you fucking
gonna
serious?
happen.
Are you serious? Are you serious, Brad? I'm serious.
What are you doing, Keselowski? It's
That is
literally
common.
one lap. It's literally less than 10 feet after the restart.
Oh my god, we're less than 20 laps. Like, this is no.
10 feet after the restart.
Keselowski's getting crucified today.
You gotta be kidding me,
I'm
dude.
a Keselowski fan, and that is comedy.
Literally 20 to go. Oh my god.
There's literally, he's racing it like it's the
He's
last
getting
lap.
crucified. What the hell was that? There's no room there.
Keselowski already jumped the restart, and then he
Jimmy
turned
Johnson
and then Jimmy
took a L.
It's basically in the grass.
Jimmy Johnson took the actual L.
Are you freaking kidding me? Why? Look at Keselowski. He's a car length back on the restart. And then Jimmy's just sitting there, and then Keselowski turns him.
Dude.
It's the
And
second
Johnson-
time.
Go tweet about it.
Jimmy
Go
Johnson
tweet
took a
about
big
it.
ass L. I was meaning Jimmy
It's the second
Johnson just
time.
took an
Jimmy
L.
Johnson's just been
Why does
back
Jimmy
in
Johnson
the
always get
race.
spun and it's not any other driver that's getting spun like this? Look, Harvick did it and now No other driver gets spun like this.
Did
Let's be
not do
honest.
that.
Kyle.
Harvick went for a
Danica
space that
Patrick.
wasn't there at
I mean,
Talladega,
there's
and now
plenty to go.
Keselowski went for a space, and then
Let
Jimmy
off,
couldn't
and
really
then
do anything.
Get a run on him in turn one.
Kyle
That was just
Busch.
unnecessary.
I know Jimmy
Yeah,
Johnson
that's
came
right
down this
now.
time, but you're not like he's coming down like a little
The
bit.
thing is, it's 20 to go. You can let off and get a run down in turn one and pass him.
I will strangle my dog.
What the heck is this guy's luck? What is this guy's luck, honestly?
Oh no.
He's the only person that's getting spun out for no reason and that's getting disqualified because of.
Keselowski's gonna get crucified today. Just say that.
I'm not gonna be mad at Keselowski. He was going for it. Both of them were. But I'm just saying, Jimmy Johnson is heck unlucky. Yeah, but look at this. He's going to the inside anyway. See, look, he's going to the inside and then he can't get off of it. And then Johnson in the air, he could have flipped.
Did they make contact before they? It's like a big dent.
This is why Jimmy Johnson's not going to make the playoffs this year.
This is like Anthony's lobby.
I'm just going to say it. Jimmy Johnson's not making the playoffs this year.
Pretty much. I mean,
look, he could have flipped there. He could have flipped. We're talking about speed. He almost flipped there. If he'd have hit a road, then he would have flipped.
He could have flipped at Talladega.
Yeah, he could have flipped at Talladega, but he didn't. He didn't even go into the air. Okay, Jimmy.
Oh my God.
Go to
And
pit
Stone
road before
Cold
your
Stone
tire
your
gets
dog.
blown by the fender, and then it breaks the fender off the car. Just
I
go
think
to pit
the
road.
fender is dented. I don't think it's like. I think it's
Okay,
giving him a
I
driver.
give up. I completely give up. Whenever I cheer for somebody, they have terrible luck. Okay,
you
come
mean?
on, Kyle Busch. Let's go. I want Kyle Busch to win this race. Let's go.
Oh
I
God,
called it, didn't I?
no.
Called it, right? That we were gonna somehow jinx Jimmy Johnson.
Where is Kyle Busch? Oh my
about
God,
this?
Kyle Busch.
How about
God
you
dang.
don't
Anyone in that top
Kyle
five?
Busch, you're not
Let's
gonna
go,
win
Kurt
the race.
Busch.
Kyle Busch, you're not gonna win the race.
Go Kurt.
If you keep saying that, it'll end up happening.
One
That's the
Kurt
way it
Busch
seems
wins
to
this.
be.
I want
Okay,
Kyle
Johnson.
Busch.
I didn't want Kyle Busch to win at Phoenix. What did he do? He won at Phoenix.
I was
This
there.
is-
Oh
This
man,
is
that
depressing.
offended.
Dude, literally, somebody jinxed him to spin out. Somebody literally said he was gonna spin, and then I heard iAnthuny say, "And Jimmy Johnson spins," and I was like, "Oh, he's freaking joking."
Yeah,
I mean,
that is
I was
the
the one who jinxed it. Let's be honest.
Anthony. I literally thought 100% you were joking, in the half a second, and the two has turned Jimmy Johnson, and we have
Run
a caught.
along saying that
Yeah,
Jimmy
Keselowski
Johnson's gonna get
doesn't know how
jinxed this race.
And there's
Breaks
the
it all
night
the
This is
caution.
Anthony. I'm sorry I didn't trust you there. I'm sorry. I thought you were
Didn't I say
screwing
he's
us.
gonna get jinxed this race?
Keselowski does not know how to use brakes at all.
That is the
He
most-
tried to stop. He just kept on driving it into.
That is the
Johnson.
first time I've ever thought somebody was lying, like, and then they were actually not with somebody spinning. Come on, Kyle Busch, get out of pit road, win this race.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm
well, I
starting
mean,
to cheer. I'm gonna start to cheer for Kyle Busch now.
I'm going for Kurt.
Come on, Kyle. Come on,
Who
Ray.
else has an Xbox other than
I won't
for
be
Kurt
surprised
Busch to
if
win
there's
this
a
race.
fight sometime after this.
Come on,
I
Ray.
cheer for
In
Kurt
this
Busch
race.
position. What is it?
It just looks at
Michael
looks so
McDowell's nice.
This race not gonna end it.
Oh
Only
yeah,
Dow's
Kyle
gonna
Busch
win.
wrecked.
Michael McDowell is going to win this race.
Christopher Bell, let's be honest.
Oh, he's not.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not
Michael
gonna win.
McDowell's in the top 10.
Christopher Bell is not gonna win this.
How is McDowell in the
I like that.
How
color,
is
though.
Kyle Busch ahead of Jimmy Johnson, and Kyle Busch is literally sitting in the pits?
I don't know.
That's
And then Kurt Busch is gonna drive past like all three of them.
This is going to be way more boring than the F1 race.
Oh, Kurt.
NASCAR
Dude, I didn't even
just
put
started
a-
to turn into Formula One, where only one guy wins every single week.
That's not actually that true. No. We've had two races,
Every
two
other
different
race,
winners. You
Lewis
can't even get
Hamilton
more than
wins in
that.
F1. Every other race.
No,
Kevin
that's
Harvick
not
wins in
true.
NASCAR.
That's not even true.
Yeah, it is,
Did you just
dude.
see the Austrian Grand Prix? Valtteri Bottas won. That Max Verstappen wins, Charles Leclerc wins, Vettel wins a lot.
The only way
I'm just saying that the
Jimmy
same people who are the same people win in each sport most of the time for some reason.
Yeah, well, at least it's a fair show of talent instead of there being too many people in the field that like some people just wreck for no reason. We've actually got talented drivers.
No increase tonight because of the rain.
That's what.
Oh yeah, I hope he does.
The only way Jimmy Johnson can win. Why is Michael McDowell in ninth though?
Harvick does not deserve another win.
Yes, he does. Oh wait, no, he doesn't.
Mike, how did Harvick somehow get up here?
No, he doesn't. He's already won 3. I think he should be happy and content with what he has.
Explain.
It's also Hamlin season.
Busch needs to win. That's what he needs to do.
He's in
Kyle Busch
25th.
sucks,
He's not
dude.
gonna win.
Kyle Busch sucks.
Your Kyle Busch and Jimmy Johnson will win. They have to have an Eric Jones.
24th.
Leaders just wreck themselves.
God dang. Come on.
Hey,
Kyle
what if Michael McDowell
Kyle
wins this
Busch
race?
can do anything.
What if
Come on,
Michael
man.
McDowell wins this?
Harvick, Truex, come on, you guys, come on.
Anybody but Harvick.
We need an older person to win. Maybe Kurt Busch. I'm
Hey,
tired
get
of
Michael
this.
McDowell to win it.
No.
That'd be sick if Michael McDowell wins.
Come on, Brad. Come on, get this win.
Track. How is he even up here?
Oh yeah, then the 2 car takes out the 95 car for no reason other than the fact he doesn't like cars in front of him. Also, he doesn't know how to brake at all.
I hope the 2 wins now that he wrecked the 48. I hope he wins.
Clint Boyer's 10th. He still got a shot.
Yeah, I hope he wrecks going down
Clint
the back
Boyer is
straightaway, 'cause
gay.
that'll be funny.
No, I actually hope Brad Keselowski wins. I'm not even trying to jinx him.
Christopher Bell's gonna pull something very stupid. Just wait for it.
Sir, if you try to jinx my favorite driver, I will hurt you.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing
This is
today,
just
boys.
descended into chaos. Oh, when Kevin Harvick spins. No, just kidding.
No.
Oh, Harvick going up. Ah!
3 wide. Blaney on the outside. Harvick to the lead.
Don't even.
Dang it, Kevin Harvick leads.
He closed it in. He closed every.
Keselowski, come on. 4 wide to the inside.
Oh, Martinn. Oh.
Kill yourself.
The battle.
4 wide. Jesus.
We are 4 wide. Where's Jimmy
There you
Johnson
guys.
at? Oh, they're
Jimmy
dead.
Johnson in the bottom of 4 wide. Oh wait, now he's 2 wide again.
There they go.
Harvick's-
Oh,
Oh, Harvick's
5 wide.
speeding off.
5 wide. 5 wide right there.
shit.
5 wide. Oh my God.
Oh gosh.
You don't even. You can't even.
Like,
have
what?
what?
How in the world does
Oh my God.
Harvick
Why
is
is everybody
better
wanting
than
Harvick to win? He already has 3
Harvick is
wins to be happy.
Jimmy Johnson in the middle of 3 wide's about to spin. Jimmy is about to spin again.
Who's Kevin Harvick gonna? Oh my God.
Oh, here comes Truex. Oh no.
Harvick's worst race.
No, not Truex. Anybody but Truex.
Harvick to win again.
He
No,
fell
why
off
do you
like
guys
Jimmy
think
Johnson.
This is not.
I
What do you guys think
prefer
Truex?
Truex to
Block.
win.
I think Kentucky like won a Harvick's worst track.
Truex is closing in on the closer. Wow.
They wreck again.
Come on, man.
Oh, I hope
Wow.
Truex dumps Harvick.
Come on, Truex,
Come on,
flip.
Harvick,
Flip. I
speed
want
off.
Truex to flip into the wall.
No way, this man wins.
Yeah, like that's
2
ever gonna happen at
no way
Kentucky.
this man wins 3 races in a row. Hell no. I want to.
Bad luck.
Like that's ever actually gonna happen in Kentucky. It's
Well,
never
Blake
actually
took
happened.
an
here.
L.
This is Kevin Harvick. This is one of Kevin Harvick's worst tracks. Like,
Look at
how,
Kentucky
oh my
and
God.
NASCAR.
Because it's just NASCAR, okay? You gotta deal with it.
Dude, shut up about him not winning at the Charlotte Roval. Who cares? The Roval's been on there for like 2 years.
Only Chase Elliott can win the Roval.
Yeah.
Yeah, only Chase Elliott can
He's
win
gonna-
Watkins Glen
he's
and the
gonna
Louisville.
cross some Kentucky
You say
off
that,
his
and then
list.
Jimmy Johnson somehow wins at the Roval and Watkins
Please
Glen.
cross Kentucky off the list after.
Watkins Glen ain't even gonna happen this year.
Come on.
It's not.
Oh.
Kentucky.
Oh yeah, that's right, Nashville.
No, Daytona Road Course is gonna happen this year.
Oh wait, no.
Truex is well
I
over
hate
her
the
length
Daytona
away.
Road
Also, they are
That's
out.
not
They
gonna
are
happen.
actually having the Coke Zero Sugar 400 too. Just to let you guys know, they're still keeping that on there.
Wait, guys, are we going back to Daytona?
Yeah,
Yes.
Daytona Road Course, and then 2 weeks later, Coke Zero 400.
What a joke
We're
this
running the
race has
road course
been.
already? Oh my.
Freaking block Truex off, lock him away.
No, not Truex. No.
Yes.
Bye bye.
Ah, not this. No.
No. No.
Oh,
Caution out.
Oh, wait.
We have a
Oh,
caution.
Harvick's leading, and the caution comes out when Harvick's
Harvick.
leading.
Harvick got the lead.
Hey, how many laps to go do you guys have?
Yes.
Wait, there's no caution.
Harvick got the lead. He
Happy Meal
regained the
needs to
lead.
stop by McDonald's.
How did you know there was a caution, Anthony?
Oh, Matt Kenseth again.
Oh, I was
It's a
about to say, because if you didn't have the scanner, you were like 10
No.
minutes ahead of me.
Oh, Matt Kenseth again.
Kenseth spun out.
Matt Kenseth.
Wait, Kenseth already
We
spun
have
out
a
this
spin.
race?
Oh, that's
Hey, we almost pulled a Mark
Kenseth
Martin.
spun out.
Imagine
What
if
is
that
that,
wall had been
Kenseth?
like 1 foot further up in Mark Martin's car. That would have sucked.
Why
I
is he
swear,
not
there's
winning or anything?
there's some
Why is
more.
Kenseth not
Wait, you're
winning?
talking about Martin's wreck in the Auto Club?
No, Michigan, when the pit wall went inside of his car.
Oh, yeah, that was Michigan.
Oh wait, is it because Kenseth's almost 50? He can't win anything anymore?
I mean, he won at Darlington.
What's
once.
the result then?
This minute is going to suck. Kevin
Harvick.
Harvick is in the lead.
Put
A
him
wild
in a
Kevin Harvick has
faster car. He'll
appeared.
definitely win if he's in a faster car.
A wild Kevin Harvick
Actually,
will
Matt
win at
crashed
Texas
off of
this
turn
year.
4, and Matt DiBenedetto wins this race.
Jimmy Johnson will finish, will not make it to the final 4, but he will make it to the round of 8.
Jimmy Johnson's on fresh
Here's
tires.
the
Because Jimmy Johnson is gay.
He has fresh tires.
Jimmy
right?
Johnson
Anybody has
sucks as a driver.
He has fresh
He
tires.
has
right?
7 championships. How many do you?
0.
1.
Yeah, the champion being the dumbest person in this chat, right?
I have a champion of the. I have a champion of the world.
Champion of the world. I'm pretty sure that's Queen.
Oh, wait.
He's on to us.
Jimmy Johnson can get a top 15. I think he's fine.
Jimmy Johnson sucks.
Jimmy can get a top 10.
Joe Anthony,
He could have gotten a win, but freaking Kozlowski killed it.
Top 15, he'll be able to recover.
Dude, do you know the reason why nobody's pitting right now? It's because Jimmy Johnson would be leading if they pitted. Because he just pitted.
And everyone knows that.
Okay, let
It's
Jimmy
like
Johnson
it's like the
he
Danica
deserves
Patrick
to.
logic.
He got wrecked by He got wrecked by Keselowski. Let him lead.
That means Jimmy's gonna start blowing pie people. Oh,
blowing tires too.
Jimmy Johnson got wrecked by Keselowski. It's all Keselowski's fault, not Jimmy's.
That was Jimmy Johnson came down on Kozlowski. I'm not even gonna lie.
No, Keselowski doesn't know how to brake, so Keselowski
Jimmy
wrecked
came
him
to the
for no
left,
reason.
but then Kozlowski came up too. There was no
Well,
one who was
it's
gonna
not
sit
like
down there.
Keselowski kind of downshifted and then.
Yeah, but you're not gonna back out with 20 laps to go because that could cost you.
Oh,
the
I
race.
would. Just to make sure there's no caution, I would totally
That was
back
literally a
out.
Carl Edwards situation where he came down on Kozlowski, but Kozlowski shouldn't have been
No,
there
that
in the
was
first
actually
place.
Logano's fault, not Carl's. That was Logano's. Just to let
Carl
you know.
literally turned to the left.
No, he didn't.
Yeah,
He
he did.
got hooked to the left.
Yeah, he did. I was there. You want to fight me?
Yeah, I do want to fight.
Just because you don't like the driver doesn't mean that they're at fault.
Okay,
so
whatever.
what's gonna proceed to happen on this restart is that the
Absolutely freaking nothing.
entire top 10 proceeds to have a massive crash off of turn 2. And
it's gonna be the big one at Kentucky.
Kevin Harvick sucks, by the
That
way.
would be so rigged if there's a huge crash and Jimmy Johnson just passes everybody. That'd be just
Hey,
like
that'd be
Homestead.
sick if there's a massive
like
wreck and then
Homestead.
Jimmy Johnson passes
basically
everybody.
be Lightning McQueen.
I hope there is a massive wreck and then Jimmy Johnson passes everybody. Yes, I believe we're going into overtime.
No, it's gonna be too long. No, might be 3. Isn't it 3 to go? What was?
This race has made me mad, but F1 race made me so happy.
We have the caution on lap with 6 to go, right?
This has just ruined my day completely.
I'm not getting hurt.
I haven't even listened to the word that Fox commentators have
Oh,
said.
yeah, we're gonna restart with 3 to go.
Oh no.
Well, guys, I'm gonna go watch some 2.5 Men for a bit to chill.
God, someone's gonna it's gonna be a mess.
Come
How
on,
many people are in
bro.
Discord now?
I need Kurt Busch to make it 4 wide between Harvick, Truex, and Blaney.
Harvick,
Why is
walk
Cole,
him away.
and Cole Custer's up here though?
Cole Custer could win this race, actually.
Why is nobody bidding?
Because if they did, Jimmy Johnson would win this race.
Okay, what does it matter?
Because they want to win the race.
Okay,
What if
Kevin
the one
Harvick
jumps to the
doesn't need
inside of
another
everybody?
win. He already has.
Now, I
3
like
or
it if the
4 of
top
them
7
this
all
year,
went
so
and Matt DiBenedetto
he doesn't
win.
need another one, so they should penalize him and then move him back to the pack. Oh, I am. Just after this race starts, I'm gonna go watch it.
Car lights are off. Come on.
Is that the overtime?
I have a feeling you're optimistic. Nothing's actually going to happen, and either it's going to be between
Wait.
Kevin Harvick and
Is that the overtime line? I'd like to know why it seems
Because
that the
UPS
general
like
chat is
shipping their
ahead of
packages out of Kentucky Speedway, dude. Why do you think?
I'd like to know why F1 was actually more exciting than this today.
I'd like to know why
We
the
had
general
side-by-side
chat is
racing in
ahead of
F1. We literally had side-by-side for like 5 corners. And a photo finish at the end. For
Oh, here we go. We're going green. We're going green.
Oh my gosh, we're
Oh,
going
I think
green.
half of those are the
Boogity,
haulers.
boogity, boogity. Ooh,
I
let's
think
go
those are
racing
the
today,
haulers.
Go
boys.
Kurt! Yes, go Kurt! Oh my God, Austin Dillon! Oh my God, Austin Dillon, you're mad.
3 wide.
Go Kurt! Go
Cole
Kurt!
Custer, here comes Cole Custer.
That's a deadly.
Whoa!
That's
Whoa, he puts the 19 up into the. Whoa, never mind.
Oh, Harvick's gonna get loose. Oh my God, here comes Cole Custer.
No.
Raining. Cole Custer 4 wide for the lead. 4 wide for the lead.
Come on, Harvick.
You guys
Come
think
on.
Kentucky will ever have a
4 wide for the lead.
Harvick's on.
Cole
Harvick
Custer to the lead.
gonna blow a tire in front of the field.
Yes.
That's the whole field right there. That's the whole field gone. Cole Custer just won this race.
I swear.
Come on, Custer.
Oh my gosh, Cole Custer. Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
Oh
That
my
was beautiful.
god.
Oh my god, look at him go.
Oh my God! Did I just call that? I said Cole Custer was
Oh
gonna
my god. Oh
None of my
my
picks
god.
were right. Oh my God.
How
Oh
did,
my
where did
God.
Custer came from?
Custer with the
Where did
4
Custer came from?
Pass of the year. Pass of the year.
That was sick.
That's the pass.
That's gonna push Jimmy Johnson out of the playoffs. I think.
No.
I just had to come back in the
William
room and
Byron's
say,
in front of him right now.
were we not just talking about Cole
I don't know
Custer?
how.
He's gonna
where
get in
did
front of him
Custer
because of the
came
points,
from?
because of this race.
He's gonna get in front of him.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Like,
Oh,
Cole
Martinn
Custer, guys,
Benedetto,
really?
P3, let's go.
I don't know where Custer came from.
Oh, you know,
Oh,
Diddy's
he's
gonna
forming his burnout.
He's gonna be the rookie of the year now because he won a race.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I gotta go, but bro, Cole Custer.
Could just
Cole Custer.
just by points in general.
I'm so happy right now. This just
You
made this
really
race so much better. Yes.
Already got a top 10 finish today.
That's the only time I've ever watched a race and one of the underdogs actually won the race.
Exactly. I saw it right there and then
Most of the time they just get close to the front.
He literally did this. Yes.
Well,
I thought when Blaney went up into Harvick, I was like, yep, that's it. The whole field's gone.
I was like, where did Cole
Then
Custer
Cole Custer would have won anyway.
Yeah, Cole Custer would have won and the whole field would have just had a
And
massive...
Jimmy Johnson would have got by it and finished in the top 10.
Where did Jimmy Johnson actually finish?
Like, where
Did he
did Cole
finish
Custer
18th.
came from?
18th.
18th? Oh.
Cole Custer wins.
I think it might be.
Oh,
Oh my God, Cole
well,
Custer,
at
he's
least that's
smiling.
Kevin Harvick's teammate.
Smiling. He's just smiling.
Yes.
Mom, Cole Custer won.
That's a violation.
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
violation. Don't have the face mask. That's a violation.
They're in the same bubble, dude. They're in the same bubble. They can freaking.
Do that.
July 16th.
You know, we have a smiling Cole Custer picture.
Oh my god.
What is it?
He's probably gonna get a fine for doing that, but it's okay.
We're gonna get a. Guys. We're gonna finally get a.
My whole body is shaking right now.
We're finally gonna get a smiling.
Oh no.
Oh no. My
It's
phone's
the
about to die.
classes and Pokemon cards.
I almost fell. This is going great.
What card?
Pokemon cards.
Yes, boys. Yes. Ah, we were talking about Custer not doing well, and then he just goes and wins the race. I jinxed him to win. Man, I'm smiling right now, even though Jimmy Johnson didn't finish. I don't really care about Jimmy Johnson right now. Great for the sport.
That was awesome.
I got a funny prediction. Cole Custer to the 48 car.
Oh my. Wait. Oh, he might go to the 14.
Is he? I thought he had a 1-year contract that ended this year.
Well, he's definitely gonna extend it.
Yeah, now he's gonna extend it, of course.
Cole Custer got a win before Almirola did this year. Are you kidding me?
Cole Custer got a win before Kyle Busch did this year.
Cole Custer got a win before like all other 34 drivers in the field did.
Duh.
Sure.
No, but Cole Custer was going around the outside anyway. He had the momentum.
They came on the front stretch.
Imagine
What
there's
about
like
here?
a fight again.
I thought Harvick was just about to turn back. Jesus Christ, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought they were gonna wreck right there. I thought everyone was just gonna go sideways, just
I
massive.
was like, where did Cole Custer came from?
Cole Custer with the power move to the outside. Blame
Yep,
the
Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson's 16th place in the points right now. If one more person wins this outside the playoff bubble, like the Benedetto or Reddick or Jones, Jimmy Johnson's out of the playoffs.
Unless.
Like if Christopher Bow wins next, it's like the top Xfinity prospects from last year.
What's the thing? Blaney
Cole Custer's like, what do I do? What do I do?
the apron, he did not.
Damn, that was crazy.
He did not turn. He just went straight into Harvick. Even
Harvick
turned.
got tire rubbed.
All right, guys. You guys have any shout outs or anything? I'm gonna wrap this thing up.
Cole Custer
Cole
on
Custer.
Instagram.
All right. Any
And
YouTube
myself.
page?
The Battle Royale
Dale,
game.
thanks for hanging out. Kirby, thanks for hanging out. The Guitar Hero, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
Tyler, thanks for hanging out.
Oh my
Also
God.
shout out to Dad
Guys,
Mattiello, who
finally
was here
get-
during the first half.
Subscribe to my channel.
Wow.
Subscribe to iAnthuny.
Thank you,
Yeah,
thank you. I
thank you.
appreciate it.
Subscribe to iAnthuny and myself.
And
Thank
me.
you, thank you. Yeah. Subscribe to everybody if you can. Okay, I'm out of here, guys. You guys have a great night.
All right, see ya.
So long, everyone. Okay, that's gonna wrap it up for me, everyone. The website wasn't working all day. I had to use my phone for the scanner, so I'm sorry about that. Also, like I can't go even through the leaderboard or finishing because that's all messed up. But we go racing this Wednesday, the NASCAR All-Star Open at Bristol Motor Speedway. And then we go racing this coming Sunday at Texas Motor Speedway, the O'Reilly Auto Parts 500. Then Thursday after that Sunday, the July 23rd, is the Kansas 400. That's the Thursday race, everyone. Congratulations to Cole Custer, everyone. They went 3 wide to get the white flag. Kevin Harvick, Truex, and Ryan Blaney. Blaney kind of forced himself up onto the track fiercely, and he hit the right side of Harvick. Harvick and Truex slowed up a lot, and Cole Custer sent it, even though he was on the outside lane. And he's going to be victorious. First win. That's awesome. We'll see you guys next time. So long. Thank you very much for watching. If you can, hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and like the video, please. Thank you. We'll see you guys